It's just funny. Russia's like, y'all motherfuckers is paying in rubles. Germany's like, no, we're not. Good luck to Germany. On 138 ballot traffickers in Milwaukee, Racine, and Green Bay went to drop boxes. Damn, they dropping the fucking fire on these motherfuckers right now. Yo.
Seen the
Woo.
in
American election.
accepting no accepting Bitcoin and etc. for the gas and oil, blah blah blah.
Yo, look, man, the whole economic system is collapsing and nobody realizes this.
Oh, 100%, man. What the fuck?
Very few people realize this, bro. Very, very few people. People might act like they get it, but they don't. Very few people really get it. Ooh, Yahoo Finance has listed Hex as number 10. It's actually listed correctly. Wow. I mean, it doesn't have the correct circulating supply, but whatever.
Who's that? Hex.
Hex is on Yahoo Finance. I'll send you the link. So you can, I'll put it in.
Yeah, don't they use Coin Market Cap?
Yeah, they use one of them motherfuckers. I don't know, man. I don't check none of that bullshit. It's all pointless. No real money is checking that. So I try to explain that shit to people, but they don't want to believe me. Like at work, we dead ass put on these things and just put it on mute. Nobody watches this shit. It's so pointless.
Too.
Like it's so dumb.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Righto. Really good. We're set up. We're going.
So funny. Hex is gonna destroy everything, yo. You know what's funny, Mayo? We don't even gotta do nothing. We don't
I
have to
just
do anything.
all I gotta do is JBH. Just buy Hex.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
my son.
Yeah, that's literally all we realistically have to do. This thing is taking off regardless. Regardless, it's just taking off.
I just, bro, it blows. I wish I could just like whatever's in my head. I wish I could just go bang to all my
Do
friends'
people
heads
even
and
know you
shit.
got a YouTube channel, bro? Because I see you tweeted the link, and motherfuckers is not in the chat. I'm sure.
Nah, it's old school. Back from when I used to game and shit.
Crazy, bro. Well, I just retweeted it to see if anybody shows up. But yeah, this shit's
Yeah,
gonna take off, bro. It's gonna be fucking.
I've only done I've only done one Hex stream on here not long ago. I had Hex Luther, Unwrecked rocked up, 43 rocked up. I think Hexy Quinn rocked up for me first one.
Nice.
Because I used to do a bit of gaming as well, so I used to stream my gaming on Twitch and all that.
Oh, okay. I know. I never even knew that was a thing until I just found out about it a few years ago. I'm like, what? People really watch other people playing video games? Why? But then I realized that it's because it's like watching a movie.
Bro, it's fucking insane. The money is insane, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was
Multi-billion
starting off,
dollar industry, isn't it?
it's ridiculous, man. I had people sending me $50, $20, $30 donations all night long just to fucking watching me play. Just
Wow. I
it's
guess I'm in the
ridiculous.
wrong business.
Oh man, it's ridiculous.
Like, thanks for playing, bro. Okay, well, I'll continue playing. You keep dropping them dubs and 50s and all that.
Yeah, the best I ever had was well the most watchers and viewers I ever had was that old League of Legends.
Word.
I used to, it's proper nerd spec, man. You would never expect someone like me to play that back in the day.
Word.
Back in the day, I had some mates that were like representing Australia, playing Korea and overseas and that, and I streamed it live and had it all overseas. Like 200,000 people watching, man. It was ridiculous on
Damn.
my Twitch. And then
200,000 people?
it was out of control, man. And this is like 10 years ago. And
That's
then
insane.
yeah, I went from that to playing 5M, so Grand Theft Auto 5, and it's like a role playing version.
Mm.
So I pretty much just, without saying I played myself in the game.
I mean, yeah, you was just playing, bro.
So I was just yeah, basically rolling around as a bikie, fucking hustling and doing the RPG, and yeah, man, the views and the watches were insane, man. It was ridiculous. People donating. I'm still getting asked me to come back to go back to gaming, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm actually thinking of going back in
You might
and
as
just
well,
shill.
bro.
I'm
I mean,
thinking of shilling Hex in the
yeah, it's
game, man.
perfect setup. It's a perfect
It's
setup.
it's insane, man. It's insane. So
It's really a perfect setup if you think about it, because gaming, they already understand game theory. They are more than likely are going to understand virtual currencies to some extent, which is kind of what the cryptocurrency is. So it kind of ties it up nicely.
yeah, I think it'll work really good because I had some pretty good connections. Like um, and I've this comes back to my math. Well, I suppose it comes back to your mathematics.
Mm.
So I was also I used to play Diablo 3, Diablo 2, Diablo 3. You
Oh,
ever heard
okay.
of them?
Yeah.
And if you go back through when they first came out, man, I was like top. I was always in the top 50 in the rankings of hardcore players, and that was me just working out the math and going, yeah, what's the best damage, best this, best that, just fucking doing it. And I used to stream that shit, man. I was the first Aussie ever to beat them, and fuck, it's it's ridiculous, man. The shit I've done.
Yeah, I had no idea that was like a thing, right? Like, who would think that would become a thing?
Yeah, yeah, and then
Cycles.
you're selling all this metaverse shit now. Like shit
Yeah.
was back then, man. I was selling shit in video games back then, $100 a fucking a piece, like just random shit. Just it was out of control, man. Out of control. All this metaverse shit now is a joke. It's been around for fucking 10 years, 15 years. So it just blows my mind that it's actually become a subject and a thing. And
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like,
thing now.
fuck. It's like,
Imagine you was at the ground floor of
it's like,
that.
man, do I get back into this and do I try and fucking make something happen? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, yo, if you have the ability to do so, I would say shoot. No reason not to. You ain't got nothing to lose.
Intent.
Calculated risk right there, right? I mean, what do you have to lose? Nothing.
Yeah, what do you? It's just time. Spend time in games, and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fucking insane, man.
The
This,
upside is just you spent a couple of hours trying to do something that might have not netted nothing.
and I might have not always found a way to get ahead with things like bots and that, but you gotta, you gotta
Whatever
do
works.
these things. Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever
There's
works.
bots in trading. There's bots in games. There's bots in here.
Yeah, there's bots
Whatever
everywhere.
works.
Yeah, there's bots everywhere. There really is.
So yeah, it blows my mind. I've had people hitting me up. So it's funny because the original close real life mate of mine that first ever told me about Hex, he's been trying to get me to come back into this game. He's playing this game, and
Yeah,
it's like,
there you go.
and he's streaming, and he's got a constant 100, 200 viewers all the time. It's like,
Oh
well,
wow.
like, do, do you go in and re-show face from people asking about you and go, well, what he's doing, what he's doing for an income outside of this game. Like fucking,
Right.
you're smart. You're obviously playing this game. You're high end up in this game. What are you doing? Like it blows my mind, man. How easy it is for these people to get on board.
Well, that's kind of that's kind of the main thing that people don't get. The psychology behind, or maybe it's not that they don't get it, but it's not obvious. But the psychology behind a lot of what's going on. People want financial freedom.
Yeah,
So if you can appeal to that in some way, shape, or form, and you can get them into anything, really. You know, I mean, why not the right thing? So that's why pumping hex is easy, because this is eventually going to provide financial freedom for all, as long as they understand what the hell they're doing. So
and that's exactly how I'm promoting it to all these the whole fight industry. Like it, man, that night was insane. The amount of engagement I got, and I'm still trying to follow up with it, and it's just it's blown me away, man. Like I don't even know how to fucking explain it, but all different like all these people want to know about it now. Like fuck, you got this with Jake and this and this and this. You know, the fighters aren't getting paid enough. They need to have an income after they, or if they get injured, they need something set up. Teach us, show what it's all about. Like everyone wants to know about it, man. It's insane. So I'm trying to currently working on we'll be going on this podcast on Saturday. Should be Saturday night our time. So been invited down to the studio to do a podcast, and this they mainly focus that like motorsports and the fighting sort of genre. And yeah, I've spoken to middle class man, and I've got him on board to come down with me because I don't think I'm the most knowledgeable person, so I think I'm pretty there, but it doesn't hurt to have someone extra there as a bit of backup to answer anything I can't answer. And yeah, these guys are pretty big into their crypto. Their podcast is growing quite quickly since I think January this year between the motorsports and the fight industry in the whole of Australia. So to be invited on there already and talk Hex, they want to know. They're massive into their crypto, but they don't know what Hex was until they saw us at this fight event. And now they want me on there and they want me to teach them. So it's just like, fuck. And it's I'm actually a bit nervous, really. I don't want to fuck it up. I want to make sure I do it right. You still there, bro?
I was muted, bro. My bad. I didn't realize I was muted. I was talking to myself the whole time. I said, I said you be all right because you already know You already know what you need to know. You know, for somebody that's brand new, it's a slow process for them to really wrap their head around X. So you gotta give it to, like, even for me, it took me months, man, to really like figure it out. You know, you're not gonna get people to really understand it off the first hit. What you really want to do is just get them to understand what it's like.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
that's the key. So if you can do that, then you hit it out of the park because that's all they need. After that, it's just a matter of learning specifically what's what.
yeah,
So
yeah,
don't feel pressed to think you got to tell them what fucking t-shirts are. Just be sure you understand what they replicate and like that they're, because it's just really this simple. Hex is just this. You're taking your fiat, you're converting it to hex, you're taking that money and you're saying, I want some yield from this money. So then what happens is you have to convert that hex into something called a t-shirt. And that t-shirt now is an accounting system. That
yeah,
accounting system is telling you how much you're making every day now until that stake is done. Then at the end, you got to turn in that accounting tablet to the system so it can give you what you do. And that's really all it is. It's not more than that. That's when you get your hex back and you either keep the hex, restake it, or swap it for fiat. And that's it. No more, no less. It's a lot of steps, but that's really just it.
yeah. I think I'll be right. I'm just fucking obviously something new, doing something new. Jumping into a professional studio. Never done it before. It's like holy fuck, straight in.
Feeling the pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
You be all right,
So,
bro. Don't feel the
uh,
pressure, man. It is what it is.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
I've
man.
got the key points together. Got
Yeah,
one of
that's
the
all you really need. I mean, you really want to hit the important points that helps people understand exactly what hex is. but not precisely what hex is.
Yep.
Because precision would imply that they're knowing exactly what it does, how it does it, why it does it, all those things that they're not going to be able to understand on the first go.
Yep.
So it's best to just really try to help them find something they can relate to. Like, all right, you take this hex and you put it in this pool. So that means that if somebody's putting hex in this pool, and there's going to be a little less to go around because there's more people in the pool. So there's, more displacement. So if there's a person that understands that, that's one way to go about it. Another way is like, all right, well, there's this pie, and if you take a piece of this pie, you can't really touch it until it's done. But the more people that come in and get a piece of that pie, a little less you get each time. But you're still gonna get something at the end, and it's gonna be more than you put in. So there's a lot of different ways to explain it. Just depends on what the other person actually knows, and that's what you're not gonna know until you get there.
Yeah, it's so hard to go between someone that's actually into something already or someone that's a complete no corner.
Yeah.
So the no corners are easy, man. Like once you tell them
Oh, well, they're the
what,
easiest. They're the easiest in my
it's
opinion.
just a matter of actually setting them up and making sure they don't fuck
Yes.
up
Yeah.
with
That's
their
the hard part.
security. That's the hardest bit, man.
Yeah, that's it. You nailed it. That's the hard part. But other than that, I think no corners are the easiest. Because you can really appeal to their need for financial freedom. They're not gonna think that they're financially free already because they found crypto. They don't know anything about it in most cases.
Yeah.
So it's actually the perfect find, perfect solution. So it works out.
Hmm. Yeah, so I'm thinking sort of trying to two approaches. Get a bit of backup because I think I'm pretty knowledgeable on RH products, but when it
Yeah,
comes to
bro.
like
You
anything
gotta be.
else,
You gotta be. I mean, you just gotta know the basics, because you gotta remember these people are probably not really crypto people. They just know, scam coins and shit coins and shit. If anything, they're not gonna know anything like we know. So you have to remember, you're a cut above, bro. You can defeat a Bitcoin maxi, so you're a cut above. Like that's ingrained in all of us, regardless of the fact that we're just saying what Richard Hart states. He's just giving us the information that's true.
yep,
So all we gotta do is say what he's saying. So it's that simple. It's not rocket science.
yeah, it's
So
pretty like even just watching them, you're just like, is this the best they can fucking put back at Richard? What the
right,
fuck? It's actually embarrassing. And like I said before, for it to be another Aussie person, it's embarrassing on my behalf. Like, who the fuck is this cunt?
right, right. Of
Does,
course,
is he even listening? Or is he even on the same planet as we are right now? What
right.
the actual fuck?
Seems like he's not right.
Oh mate, what a fucking joke! What a
Yeah,
joke!
yeah. It was a crazy one. It was a crazy one. That's for sure.
But it worked. I mean, you have a look at the tweets following afterwards. There's quite a lot of the BTC maxis that were watching them, and
Hmm.
now they've admitted and they're posting that they come across and they're researching Hex. So as bad as and embarrassing as it was, it it I suppose it did work. It
I
did
mean, it
bring some
worked in our
people to
favor for sure, but
yeah
I think my point is like, why does this guy have to waste his time with these imbeciles?
yeah. I agree with you. I
Like
agree with you.
that's all I'm saying more than anything else. Like I understand he has to kind of like work it, like debate his way up the quote unquote ranks, even though there is no real ranking. That's the funny thing. Like he's better off just debating me, and we'll just debate on economic systems. We won't even debate on hex or anything else. Like there's not much for us to debate because we know what's right.
Yeah,
Other people are just clowns that are sticking to dogma. They're not sticking to what's right, and that's the difference. He has to debate a whole bunch of dogmatic clowns that are paid to be dogmatic clowns. How can what debate? There's never really going to be a good conversation because it's always going to be people like Peter Schiff, Harry Dent, people that are disingenuous. They're not trying to be truthful. They're just shilling their shit.
Yeah,
And the funny thing is that Richard isn't shilling his shit. He's trying to fix shit. That's why he made his shit. So that's why he has to show his shit. It's a funny circular logic, but it's kind of what's true. It is what it is. It's
I
fucked up.
mean he's doing their job for them for fuck's sake, right?
Yes,
And
pretty
they're still
much. Still complaining.
it's a fucking joke. Yeah,
Precisely.
complete joke.
Precisely. And this is why we gotta do what we gotta do, man. Can't leave it to others. You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, this is why I'm so fucking gun ho about this shit. Because nobody else is really doing it. So I'm not gonna pretend like somebody is. And when somebody speaks out of turn or say something that I don't think is true or is right or is in line with what we need to be doing, I'm gonna fucking say something. Because
Yep,
shit needs to be clear. Shit needs to be direct. There needs to be no confusion ever. Nobody's confused when I talk, bro. Motherfuckers know what I mean, and I ain't never been banned.
straight to the point. Straight to the
Straight to the
point. I
point
love it.
with facts and
Love,
figures.
I love it.
Because
Fucking love it.
if there's one thing people like, it's a good story. What
Yeah,
people love, it's a true story, right? So this is what I try to give people, and this is why it's just easier to try to help people understand certain aspects of what's actually going on and stuff like that. But now we got this whole ecosystem, and it's wild because we just started off with one coin. Now we all got like 10 coins that's coming our way. It seems like at this point, I don't even know. I lost count. Um, but it's just getting crazy. Plus a duplicate.
it's fucking ridiculous. We're gonna take over.
Yeah, it
I
is
don't know.
ridiculous.
I don't know how anyone thinks anything different.
Yeah, me either, man. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Because again, this isn't gonna just be some ghost chain launch. It's gonna be like a full system state launch. So it's gonna be different.
1 month, hopefully. 1 month.
Yeah. But you gotta realize there's not much left. So like that's what I'm telling y'all. Like I'm trying to tell people, like there's gonna be only a few weeks at most because all they're doing is making sure they got the balances right, and then the AMM bot is done. And that's it.
That's pretty close.
Yeah,
You
I
done
mean
you done
this.
your balances on the
Yeah,
new update?
mine are
Yeah,
good. Yeah, mine are
yeah,
better than they were actually. So I'm more than happy.
yeah.
5% better. So no complaints
Well,
here.
not bad.
Hell yeah, not bad at all.
Like one of mine was a bit lower, but the other one was good, so I'm happy.
Okay. Yeah, I did a few sacks, man. I did a few sacks. So I did
Yeah,
several actually.
yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same.
I just made sure I confirmed all my sacks were on the chain, just like I remembered them to make sure that my balances were accurate, and they were. That's it. Whatever number it ends up being, I'm not gonna complain as long as it's within like a 10% band of what it was originally. Because that, you can't really dictate how big all these numbers are gonna be because there's so many people that sack or so many different wallets, and your wallet is gonna be affected by the wallet behind you and in front of you.
Yeah,
That's how this math is working. So
yeah. So what? Hang on, let's go back. What was the actual complete wallets on the Pulse chain? 70 something thousand?
60,000 something.
60. And then Pulse X was double that, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 130 something.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
67,000 and 130,000.
yeah, because I've noticed already on the test note, it's about a 1 to 3 ratio for Pulse to Pulse X.
You mean there's 3 times more interest in Pulse than Pulse X?
For the swap for their trade.
Really? That's great.
Yeah.
I really want a lot of pulse X's. I really want to. I think I'm like, yo, if these numbers we're seeing on the one sided pulse X pool is real, like I'm gonna be quit soon. I'll be able to live off them gains, bro. Shit, get me a couple steaks in there. I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
Gucci. Be flying all
I'm
over the
hoping.
world. I'll be in Australia in no time saying, "What's up?" I ain't got nothing to do.
I'll be here having you over, bro. I'll be here having you over,
Exactly.
fucking you out.
I'll be fucking chilling. Are you kidding me? If that shit
Yeah.
ends up working out that good, I don't need all that money, bro. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Living off that yield. I don't need that shit.
Yeah. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want. Exactly. Imagine. All you gotta do is come, be like, let's see. All right, PRT earned. Let's harvest. Confirm. Then restake. Do all the swapping. Get your freaking yeah, I could literally like bump up my little stake right now. So yo, this is gonna be such a smorgasbord of monies, easy monies. Like yo, people are. I'm already seeing people are gonna drop the ball on the delegating of the stake because people are gonna be like, oh well, it's not gonna be that much at first. Well, yeah, just like T-shirts weren't that much at first.
Yeah, yeah. Neck, man.
So stake your position, get in, stake your claim, get in there, make sure you get in where you fit in. Make sure you get with a good delegator, and if you don't like it, change to another one. But make sure you're with a good one. Get your coins
Yeah, yeah,
because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So if you're not positioned, you're going to get boxed out quickly. That's what little men have to understand. Delaying
yeah.
gratification is the only way to win.
Yeah, see, I'm only a little fry at the end of the day, so I'm still trying to work out. Do I just what's my game theory? Do I just hold and wait, or do I try and do some incentive tokens with the PRT? Still trying to figure it all out. It's it's, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's not easy because you have to juggle a lot of moving parts. It's not like Hex where you're just gonna stake it and then just let it grow and you just watch it from afar in the jar, right? Like it's not just something that's growing and that's it. Here you have to like if you're especially if you're doing yield farming, right?
Yeah,
um where do you determine when you're going to yield farm? Like a lot of people don't even understand how to yield farm. They're going to do the wrong thing, they're going to take the wrong action, they're going to get wrecked. They think
yeah,
they're going to be acquiring more coins, and in fact they're going to be giving it away. So there's things like that you got to really realize how things work, try to learn, always have an open mind, ask questions when you don't understand something. Don't be shy because nobody knows everything. There's a lot of DeFi stuff I don't know because I don't do this. I don't do DeFi stuff. I do hex stuff. I do
yeah,
crypto stuff. I don't do DeFi stuff.
yeah. That's
So
it.
so I had to like refresh my memory on Biofarm. Like I had to make sure I had my terminology right because even though I know market making, I don't know the crypto terminology. So I had to make sure that I understood the words that I was using, that they were the correct ones when I'm talking about this stuff, because people don't really know. Like they think that they understand what they're doing when it comes to provide liquidity, but most cases a lot of people don't. They get wrecked. Now that's why the price goes up. They think they're supposed to be getting more of a coin, but it's not how it works. Because it's supposed to be providing liquidity, and if people want to buy it, that means they want what you got, and you are there to provide that inventory. That's what providing liquidity means. See how that
Yeah,
works?
yeah, yeah,
So that's the kind of thing that you gotta keep in mind when you're out there, because look, there's gonna be money to be made, and if you know how to provide liquidity, but you gotta understand what you're doing. Because, like for example, let's say you got a whole bunch of USDC, but you don't want to touch the market, and you want to pick up some pulse chain or whatever else. And let's say you want to do a farm of some pool of blank coin and USDC. But you can use that USDC to pick up that other coin if people don't want USDC, or if people want to get rid of USDC and they want that other coin. Because you can take the little bit of the coin you got, provide liquidity, pick up that other coin if that other coin is getting sold. See, because the idea is if price is going down, then the value of that coin is going down because people do not want it. So that's why when you get your balance back after LPing, you get more of one coin versus another. Because you're either providing that coin to the market or the market is giving it to you. That's literally all that's happening. So,
Yeah, see, that's stuff I haven't done before. I've still got to learn about all that.
yep. Because there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be an opportunity. That's the kind of stuff I'm doing in that alpha team thing that people are joining. Because this is stuff that you can't teach on no fucking stream, bro. You can't teach this stuff on no stream. People are
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
act like they learn it, but they don't fucking learn it. That's why they still get wrecked. So, whoever wants to mess with that, they pay and they learn, and that's it. Simple as that. Because again, there's real money to be made here. People are gonna be living off these fucking yields in these protocols, like for real. Because this is gonna be a legit decentralized system.
100%,
Yeah, and
100%.
people don't real. I think people don't really appreciate how serious that is. Like we're gonna have one-sided staking for PLSX, and whoever wants can do the staking and earn yield in PRT terms, whatever PRT ends up being.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts on the PRT at the moment?
It seems like it's just a placeholder for other coins that are going to be used to dole out rewards to stakers and liquidity providers.
Yeah, so in theory, what's to stop you staking your pulse X, getting the PRT reward, and then just rinsing and repeating without the PRT becoming valueless?
What do you mean valueless?
Well, not valueless, but if people are all staking their pulse X to
Hmm.
earn the
The
incentive PRT,
PRT, yeah,
yeah, yeah, and then they decide, all right, everyone's dumping PRT
they
to
can too.
yeah, so they and
Yeah,
then they're reinvesting into the pulse X, and then to rinse and repeat.
you can do that too. Yeah, you can literally do that daily. So if you go to the PulseX site and you go to the pools and then you see if you have a one-sided stake for PLSX and it says earn PRT, right? And it has a little button there where it shows you PRT earned and it says harvest. And all that means is that you can mint what you've earned in PRT so far and do whatever you want with it because the market is going to give it back to you or the
Yeah,
contract is going to give it back to you. So you can either restake it or liquidate it and take the money and run and then just keep the rest of your PLS staked.
so
PLSX.
how does that keep value but as the PRT token?
Oh, because okay, so the PRT token is gonna be whatever the DAO votes. So it could be any coin. We just don't know what coin is gonna be.
Hmm.
So that's all.
Yeah, interesting. Keen to see how that turns out. Oh, I think we I think we lost the whales there for a second. He'll be right back.
Sorry, man. I pressed leave studio like a schmuck by mistake.
He's back. He's back.
Oh man. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm sorry, man.
We're talking about the PRT. So
Yeah. So the PRT is gonna be whatever coin the DAO. So you know how it has that clock on there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that clock is more than likely going to determine what coin is being rewarded at X time. So as soon as this cycle of staking is done for the one side of the pool, then it probably means that the PRT reward will be changed at that point in time. That's probably how it's going to work, but I don't know. We'll see. I could be entirely wrong.
Yeah, I suppose we're still waiting to find out, I guess, aren't
Yeah, there's a whole lot of information we don't have. So that's how people gotta understand. You just gotta keep an open mind, try to understand what's going on as things change as we get more information. Because we don't have all the information right now. We just don't have it. So that's all it is. We just don't have it. So we have to play it by ear, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
we? Righto, so who's this? Someone's asked, we need that financial talk from
Oh,
wherever.
YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, some generic account there. Yeah, we're talking, man.
Okay.
We're talking.
What financial talk? What talk do you want?
Yeah,
Be more specific.
be more detailed.
My, my channel is pretty fresh.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on. Let's spruce it up.
Let's spruce it up. What do we got here?
Oh man, let's see. The um, is this also 16 trust? Okay. But yeah, man. So we're gonna have some good opportunities. Delegating will probably take a while to pay people out, but it will pay people out because over time the network effect will deem it to be the case. But if you're not there staking your claim, you're not gonna be there to get paid. And that's the thing that a lot of people aren't gonna be there. So make sure that you are. Don't get left behind because you don't want to be buying $10,000 t-shirts, right? You want to be buying 60 cent
Yeah.
t-shirts, and that's the same thing here. And that's the thing that people do not understand because the network effect is going to determine the payout structure for Pulse Chain. The more people that come use it, the more the rewards are going to pay out to those that are delegating their PLS, voting power. So that's how that's going to work on that side. PLSX staking is one sided, which is great. I wish I understood more under the hood exactly why that's the case, how one sided liquidity worked, but I'll look into that eventually. I mean, I think that it's just providing liquidity because that's probably just going to be a DEX coin, like Uniswap is a DEX coin. So we'll see. We
Hex Luther in the house. The minimum required to stake is going to keep people out from the get go,
Yeah, I
though.
don't know, man. I sacked early days, so I don't know. People got to figure it out. But it's gonna be exactly as I said. You either get your 60 cent t-shirts or you don't. Yeah, that's all it is. The EU voting pointless as always. Doesn't really matter. They can't do anything to software. It's irrelevant. Somebody else would just make a wallet that doesn't require KIC. So KYC. So it's neither here nor there.
EU
But
voting. Yeah, so how, hang on, how'd that work? That was a massive against it, wasn't it? From
yeah,
memory?
yep.
Yeah.
They're trying to invoke shit that they can't invoke. So it doesn't matter. It's like them trying to ban Bitcoin. Who cares? Moving on.
Next question.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that it's like, it's irrelevant. It's just like them trying to FUD anything else. They just can't. They can try, but that's it.
Well, how many of them, let's be honest, how many politicians to be in themselves? Like, they're not gonna, they're not gonna dig their own hole, seriously.
Now they don't have to. If they're told to, then they will. Right? Because that's how
they,
it works. They're just tools, bro. They're just tools. They're just doing what they're told to do.
they're gonna milk it as long as they can.
Hmm. That's right. That's all they're doing, right? I mean, crypto's been around for decades. That shit ain't bothering nobody. Who cares what they vote? So irrelevant. It's not even funny. I think people
Useless.
California dreaming. That's all that shit is.
Hex Luther, I sent you the link if you want to join in, bro.
Yeah, they can pass all the laws they want. I mean, the motherfucking thing. So it's whatever.
Wasn't he's what's like he says? What's the comments on today's EU voting? Wasn't this like a week ago?
Nah, he's just been talking about it. That's all. It's just always a fucking process. It's a show, man. It's a dog and pony show. It's
Yeah,
all bullshit.
yeah,
People just buy it because they think it's real, but it's not real. It's all fucking psychological games. If any of that mattered, they wouldn't have to show it to you. They just do it, right?
yeah. That's right.
That's right.
Well, what's the best? They've all got something in themselves.
Of course, man. They're
They're
not
not gonna.
fucking. Them
They're not
motherfuckers ain't
gonna.
missing a beat. Don't get it twisted. They know what the fuck
They're
is
not
going
gonna
on.
be. They're not gonna be missing these gains like everyone else. Like,
Bro, they're not fucking stupid. They benefit from everything before everybody. That's why they're there. Ain't shit changed but the date. Gotta be the fool to think that these motherfuckers ain't out here stealing. Straight fucking fool. They're literally incentivized to steal. That's what the whole profession of politics is fucking structured around. So I find it comical that people think that these people do not steal. Of course they fucking steal.
of course they do. Steal from the public.
It's all that they do.
So, how much taxes do you reckon we pay here? It's a fucking joke, mate.
Everybody that pays taxes everywhere is a fucking joke.
Ugh. Man, I paid nearly 40% tax. Like, what the fuck?
Oof.
And that's not including everything else.
Yeah, and that's on your regular job and shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, see, because this is what they do. Because it's all about manufacturing consent, and the corporations are complicit. How so? Well, think about it. No corporation anywhere in this world will pay you without complying with getting taxes taken from your paycheck first. Am I correct or am I incorrect?
100% correct.
That is right. Otherwise, you are under what's called contract, which means that the paying of taxes is on you. And in that instance, the taxing is even worse. You don't get no kind of fucking love. You better have all your receipts, all your itemized deductions, all that shit better be fucking tight. Because who do they audit the most? Self-employed persons. Not even people with entities. In the U.S., that's who gets audited the most. Self-employed persons. That's right.
Yep. Yeah.
Why?
Right.
Because they're the fucking low-hanging fruit.
So self-employed for you is, I suppose, that with us. So with us, that would be like a self-employed person under an ABN before you jump up and start your company. Is that the same sort of thing?
Nah, it's like just you that works as a sole proprietor and you just
Yeah.
earn your own income doing whatever it is you do. You don't even have a business, like
Yeah.
a business company name or nothing. You're just making money doing what you do, and that's how you report it. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people like that because they don't even know to set up a company to protect themselves, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I've set up in the last, well, sort of 12 months. Family Trust Company, PTY Ltd.
There you go. That's how you defeat the tax man because that's what they do. Literally what they do.
And that's why I'm looking forward to the old MCO. I've been talking to Kinetics and that about that, and
Good.
the
That's why we
boys
made it,
reckon
bro.
they reckon they're next is hitting here.
Yep. Australia seems to be the biggest batch of people that we can help next. So that's probably what we're going to do. Because we got a whole team of people that we can tap and get the shit done and all of that.
Yep.
And that's what it's about. So, because it's easy to find quote unquote help, but the help you're going to find isn't really the help you're going to want. And that's why we had to do this MCA thing because you're gonna have a lot of people out here that are just gonna get skull drug like all these athletes and fucking entertainers by these financial people that don't have your best interests at heart. Because what are they doing? Well, they're incentivized to get you as much money that they can out of you. because the more you make, the more they can take from you.
Yep, 100%.
So it's not really what's going on at MCA. CA is more of a like we all win type of thing because that's the whole point of it. It's more like a gang type of thing. Not really a gang per se, but everybody has the same type of mentality. Everybody's trying to win the same way. Everybody has same goals, same desires. Because otherwise, you could not be an MCA client. It's like that's like rule number one. We ain't taking people that we don't like. It's just not happening. Because you got to have the right frame of mind. Because what we're trying to do is not just make money. Like we already got the money. We don't need to do MCA or any of that. That's extra work. So that is what's gonna help us lay the foundation for our future and shit like that. Like, that's the point of MCA. So help people be financially secure so they can act on their own will
Yep.
and desires and so they can affect change how they want to see it fit. That's what MCA is about. It's not about anything else. So people will
Yeah,
figure
it's
that
good.
out. Yeah, people will figure it out
Good.
eventually.
I'm
That's what
looking
it
forward to it.
is.
I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that moving forward.
Man, it's gonna be good, bro. It's gonna be good because only good things are coming out of that.
What question we got? The minimum required stake is going to keep people out from the get go, though.
That's just what was said earlier.
Yeah, we went over that. Smash the like and sub ape stake X.
They'll say Steak Apes will jump on here. Send him the link.
Yeah. Here we go.
Send him the link. He would jump on here.
I sent the link to
Like I get what Luthor's saying, but nah, you gotta step it up. If you can't, if you just don't got the size and you just don't got the size, I get it. That's a whole nother conversation though, right? And that's not the conversation that I was having because I think a lot of people um, that sacked at that time, that was the base rate was 10,000 to one. So if you sacked $1,000, that's 1,000 times 10,000 at a minimum. So that's
Steak
what.
and Apes and
Mhm.
Hex Lucer. I'll send you both the links if you can jump on Twitter.
So it just depends on the situation, and in line with that, you got to make the right moves. Respect with that. So, mm, because here's the thing.
And
In line with that, you got to make the right moves. Respect with that. So, because here's the thing. Mute it, man.
mute your video, brah.
Nah, not yourself, man. The video.
Yo, my bad.
You good, man? You good? We just busting your chops.
Yo, what are y'all talking about? I saw y'all on Gym Rat Crypto. Then I had to start doing a little work, and then I saw Mayo pop up on Twitter, so I figured I'd stop by.
How
Hey,
you
yo.
doing, bro? How you doing?
We're just chatting, bro. Talking about launch and what people are gonna want to do, what they should or shouldn't do. And right now, it's just going over like what your sack, like what your PLS point count would be if you sacked 1,000 at the base rate, $1,000 at the base rate of 10,000 per coin, which is the worst you could have done at the start. It was over time that the rate got progressively worse, and you would have had less coins. So if you sacked at least 1,000, I think that's 10 million coins. I think I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, I don't think anybody who sacked within the
Yeah,
first 5 days will ever be at a loss, in my opinion.
yeah,
I
probably
don't
not.
think. Well, I mean, of course, in the first 3 days, because there's not going
Oh,
to
but
be a
that doesn't
fiat
even
on.
count. Nobody's cashing
Yeah.
out days. You know what I mean?
So first if you sacrifice the first 5 days, I don't think you'll ever be at a net loss on your investment. I think it will. Both of them will shoot up really high in the beginning. I mean, everything's always volatile, very high in the beginning.
Yeah.
So then they'll crash back down, because people see life changing money, take profits, think they're richer than everybody. But I don't think it will ever crash down below and have a better buying opportunity than the first 5 days of the sacrifice period.
Yeah, probably not. I highly doubt it. Also, I think we'll open up everybody in the green that sacked within the first few days. Then within that initial sack phase period, I think whoever sacked in either that for post chain and post sacks are going to be in the green. Both of them. I don't think I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think either are going to be feeling the pain ever.
I think
So
anyone's going to be losing out within the 20 days, really.
yeah, yeah, I don't think so either.
I think a lot of people are going to wreck themselves, though.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
talking about like all this, like pretty much everything Richard says to not do. That's all anybody's talking about right now. So
yep.
I feel like people are trying to trade, do this, do that. As long as you hold on to your asset, and you don't try risking it or doing something stupid with it, and only introduce new capital into the system, you will be very successful.
I agree. That's kind of my point. It's like if you, and that's kind of like, it kind of was like what I was trying to tell Luther only earlier because I understand that point, but I think you have to think long term. You have to learn how to think. How do you achieve the goal you're trying to achieve? Because if you're just worried about, oh, I only have 8 million PLS, well, so what? There's still many more millions to get because you don't have what you're like. You're not gonna get what you're trying to get with 8 million PLS. Most people that's gonna force them to wait a long ass time.
Yeah, that's a long wait there.
Yeah, because that's just like having 8 million hex. People had to wait 2 years to see that could become anything. That didn't just happen in year one. So if you take into account that this isn't hex, this is easier for people to understand. Like I think people are really underestimating that facet of this game because anybody that knows about this now has this opportunity to beat the rest of the world to the punch and buy these coins at the cheap out off the mainnet.
And I
So
mean, I wouldn't go up harvesting a whole bunch of random, PRC 20s or anything like that. I mean, I would stick with the big three, Hex, Pulse X, and Pulse Chain. Like, those are the big threes where I would focus all of my attention rather than chasing random PRC 20s that get hyped up on fucking Twitter, on
yeah,
YouTube, and shit like that, dude. Like, stay with the core. Like, that's what put me off about that core what Power City stream yesterday with Jim Rat Crypto. I was like, them to using your money, and investing it and doing this and doing that. Like, if you guys were all about, Hex and Pulse Chain, Pulse X, your core would literally be Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X. You wouldn't even have to worry about how they're moving their funds. 33% allocation to Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X as your core, and you will be very successful, in my opinion.
yeah, no, I agree. Because typically by the time people find out about something in the public sphere, it's already too late. Typically, I mean, yeah, you might catch a few, percentages, maybe even a few X's, but it's not going to be the whole move. More than likely for that, that requires actual work. And the average person doesn't want to do any work. They just want the shit handed to them.
I'll be right back
Um,
on the toilet.
no worries, bro. Knock yourself out. This is a marathon day for whatever reason. So go ahead.
Yeah, like to like actually be good at trading, like people
Mm.
don't realize how much research they have to actually do. And like you
Yeah.
have to you have to know that somebody is working on something before it's on mainnet. You need to be looking at it on testnet. You need to be actually in the meetings of the people talking about developing it. The insider, like you have to be the insider. That's why you'll see, influencers who get paid a lot of money because they're the insiders. They know, like everybody's always trying to keep shit secret and stuff in crypto. So the insiders, they're the ones that profit. The consumer is the one that gets wrecked. Richard says it all the freaking time. The people who profit in this game are the creators. So
That's right. I mean, it's basic. It's very basic. If you don't like, I see, like I get it. Yeah, you didn't know there was gonna be a minimum, but yeah, there's gonna be a minimum, and it has to be a minimum. And the reason for that is because the network has to be protected. This isn't a free for all, right? So even though the only aspect of earning yield on Pulse Chain happens to be either farming or liquidity providing, um, or delegating your stake, that's because of what it is, right? So you have to understand that that's the trade off. It's just a network, it's not Hex. So you have to understand that it's infrastructure, right? So that's the utility there, and that's the value to be had there. And infrastructure has to be treated a certain way, and that's why there has to be a min, because we can't just have any random old fuckface that can walk up in here and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna shut this shit down," or "I'm gonna expose my influence here." Like, nah, we can't have that. Has to be certain. It has to be done a certain way because it has to be standards and protocols. Period. That's exactly why you got shit shows everywhere else, because people think that there doesn't have to be standards and protocols. And yeah, the Yankees aren't the Yankees because they're just good at baseball. It's because there's rules around how they operate. And again, if you want to be number one, you better fucking act like it. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Isn't that why they have like the highest what they have the highest salary cap in baseball too? I'm pretty sure.
I think in sports, if I'm not mistaken, if anybody
Yeah.
beats them, it's probably NBA teams, but that's because that market's different.
Yeah, that's a totally different market.
Yeah, ad revenue just kind of generates. Ad revenue is more of a determinant over there versus the MLB, so it's just a little different. But again, it's about everybody wants to be Gucci, Fendi, fucking all these brands, but they really want to be in the Target store. Like you can't have it both ways. So you gotta really pick one. Either you're a fucking Target level brand or you're not. You can't have it both ways. And I think the whole community gets that confused. So maybe I should start
Yeah.
saying that because I mean, people definitely don't get that that's what they're asking for. Because even when I streamed with this one guy, the poker guy, he didn't get that. Like, you can't want virality and think that this shit is gonna be a fucking Bentley because it's not. You're gonna get Honda level quality out of this shit if that's what you want. That's just a fact.
Yeah, definitely. And like the highway that we're getting ready to be driving on with pulse chains go be fast as hell. So who's gonna have the Ferrari on there?
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I think Pulse Chain is just going to be really big for these consumers building on top of the layer one that we're provided with because everybody likes fast, efficient, and cheap fees. But the problem with Polygon is that thing crashes every 2 seconds. Solana spaghetti code, freaking like everybody who's said they're fixing Ethereum, why didn't you just take Ethereum and fix it instead of trying to make your little different spin on it, guys? Like we have, like Richard says, we have battle tested software. Let's use it and approve upon it. Stop trying to create some random ass shit, for software. Build on top of what you already have. And Polygon tried to so something that you mentioned in your last stream, you're like, I don't know why anybody would use one of these other networks and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
personally used Polygon a couple times because yo, I wanted to buy Hex at that price. If Hex would take a little dip or something like that, I'd be like, I want to buy it at that price. But then I would go and try and see the gas fee was $300 and I was like, fuck that, dude.
Right.
I'm not buying Hex. The money I'm throwing into it, is not going to outweigh that gas fee. So what I would do is I would go on to Polygon. I would buy, their version of Hex that is so the price chart stays the same. So I got in that buy-in whenever I wanted that amount of coins, and then I would just wait for Sunday or late at night or something like that, and then
Hmm.
I'd refresh that bridge and be like, all right, cool. I can support that. I can
Right.
support that transaction, but I'm
Right.
not gonna buy in at that $300 one. So that's how I used it more efficiently than anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I mean, and here's the thing. That's one aspect, right? Because the whole point, like, so the reason I was like, why would anybody use it is like, because at the time, gas was high for a long fucking time, and you knew that shit was not going down after you made that buy. So it didn't fucking matter. At that point in time, it did not matter. So you were either gonna buy that hex and not get T-shares, or you weren't buying that hex because you still weren't getting T-shares. So that's what the decision I had to make at the time was. So that's why I was like, nah, no thanks.
Yeah, because they didn't set up I mean Hex.com didn't set up a staking protocol for Polygon.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to get those T shares and actually use Hex, you had to bridge it back over to
Right.
Ethereum.
Yeah. And at that time, that was like a year ago, I think. Around this
Yeah.
time, February maybe. I don't know, but T-shirts were still cheap. So it was a no-brainer. Wasn't touching that. Because you would have to pay to get in and pay to get out. It made no sense.
Uh-huh.
So for that, you just pay one way and then do the buy and keep it moving.
So
Yeah,
I might have missed what you were talking about, but I think it was like what 10 days ago. Polygon went down again. Is that right?
Nah, we
bro.
were just talking about just the network viability and like what Pulse Chain is, and that's how we got to Polygon and stuff like that.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
Polygon goes down every 2 seconds, so like
Yeah.
that thing's down more than it's up.
Yeah, because I was talking about like the delegating, because like Luke was saying like ours narrative shit on ETH minimum. So you misunderstood, because once you give that ETH up, you can't take it out ever. Like that's it. So it's not the same. You delegate your pulse here, you can take it back,
There's
and
no lock period.
no, and the only people that have to submit any value are the validator nodes themselves, and there's only 500,000 PLS, which is not a lot. That's like $500. So it doesn't compare to 32 ETH. So I'm not sure why you're even trying to compare that, bro.
Yeah,
It's not comparable, bro. I'm sorry. Try
the
harder to.
biggest thing that the biggest thing that I always bring up when it comes to staking, well, delegating your stake and stuff like that. If anybody ever uses the Kronos network, I'm using it right now because I got some Crow and stuff like that. I bought it, probably a year and a half ago or some shit. But then they got their DeFi app, and then I bridged it over to the Kronos, and I was just playing around, and then I staked it. And then I decided, I saw a different video. Then I decided I wanted to switch to providing liquidity. So then I go to unstake it, and it's like, you're locked for 28 days. What? 28 days? This is
Damn.
crypto. Like, I need that right now. I needed that yesterday.
Right. And you wasn't getting it.
Nah, 28 days on Kronos
So
to
how?
delegate your stake.
So how? Yeah. So even though if you set a time and a day, you still have to wait the 28 days afterwards.
Yeah. I can literally go on there right now, click in stake, and then it'll say your funds will be available in 28 days.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
More shit. More bullshit.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, and that's the thing, right? You didn't even get an option. It's just what they gave you. Like, here, good luck, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, how am I going to coordinate my attack in 28 days?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lot of prepping right there.
Pretty
I
much.
need it now, motherfucker.
I mean, it's kind of
It's a
crazy
joke.
that people think that shit makes sense. Like, that's not what crypto is, bro.
It's wrong no matter what, whether it's fiat.
Yeah, it's not.
crypto,
Yeah, it's
anything.
not right.
If
It's
you
not
cannot
right.
access your fucking funds
Yeah,
straight
how
away
fucking
instantly,
crazy is that? That's
what the
fucking
fuck?
crazy.
What the
It's
fuck?
crazy to me that people think that shit makes sense. Like, what
It's
the
not normal,
fuck is
man.
wrong with you? No, it's not. But you know what it is? Because people accept it out here because they're fucking plebs. They think it makes sense in crypto, and nah, that's not crypto. Sorry, you're fucking mistaken, man.
Yeah, they're
But it's not.
accustomed to the bank being open 9 to
Yeah,
6.
fuck
But
that
it's not.
shit.
It's not open with that, man. How can people expect to access their own money and that? Nah, sorry, man, you can't get it till tomorrow. We don't have the funds yet today. What the fuck? This is my money. This is my hard-earned money, whether it's fiat, crypto, or whatever. How can you not have access to your own hard-worked funds whenever you want? It's that simple.
Pretty much.
Like,
With Hex, you could even ease your shit and get it.
Yeah.
Like I don't recommend anybody do it or anything like that. But
You
if you need
can.
your funds, you can ease your shit.
You can if you want to.
it's just
So
it's
yeah.
all
I
this
don't.
middleman bullshit
Yeah, I
is
don't get it. I don't understand why people applaud middlemen. Like in crypto, they do not belong. Period.
100%, 100%.
Shit is comical. You literally see people applauding middlemen in crypto all over. I don't get it. It's the weirdest
It
fucking
shouldn't
thing.
it shouldn't be like that with fiat. You
Oh,
walk
it
around,
shouldn't be like that with fiat.
Right.
Clearly,
you have to
but
fight to get your
it's
own fucking money out. What the fuck?
this is why, right? This is why everything is fucked. Because nobody even knows that basic fact, bro. Like the fact that we have to have this type of conversation is crazy to me.
It's a joke. It's a
It's a
fucking
joke.
absolute joke.
It's an absolute joke. You are waking up every day to survive, yet somebody else tells you what the fuck you can do with your money? How does that work exactly?
And they can just go, hang on, yeah. Oh, sorry, you can't access that now. What?
Yeah.
What?
Thanks for playing.
Motherfucker, I just weren't fucking worked 4 weeks hard for this.
Thanks for playing. I mean, what the fuck?
Yo, Mayo. So what do you do in the community? Like you just popped up on my radar probably like an hour ago. Never heard of you before. Like I
That's
know
funny.
Wales, but like you just popped up, bro. What's up? What do you do?
Um, fuck. I don't know.
I'm just
I don't
here.
think I'm anything special, man.
You got some badass shirts, dude. That thing's fucking sick.
See, that's all you need, man. All you need is the shirts.
Yeah,
Bro,
there's a lot of work went into this between the Discord syndicate. I'll give you a quick. I'll do the twirly model for you.
yeah, the twirly for me.
That's early.
The twirly model.
Yeah, that's sick,
That's
man.
sick. Yeah.
So we got 100% uptime there, 38% APY.
Nice.
Shit. Y'all hit
Um,
every y'all hit
we got
every
the hat.
wicket when you're building
Yeah,
that.
kid it out.
We got the hats done up. We got the
Yo, that gray one,
bottles.
is where it's at.
Everybody loves that great one.
Hmm. You guys got any trucker style ones? I like the mesh back
Nah,
one.
no truckers at the moment, but we can probably make something happen. So we got Discord
Yeah, that's
syndicate
awesome.
with the hex stuff, the pulse chain stuff. There's plenty of them there. If you're not scared of getting docked, give me your address. I'll send you one. For being on the
All
show,
right.
I'll send you
Yeah.
one.
I'll send you my shit.
We've run out of shirts, but we're going to do another run. So the team, Jay, done a really fucking good job, man. Designing these shirts for the fight event we had the other night. Short notice, put it together, bang. We pumped them out really quick. It was great, man. So I don't know if you've seen that with the show we had on the other night.
Was that on official pulsification?
Yeah, they I think they restreamed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. I knew they were doing something with a fighter and stuff like that. Saw a lot of cool ass shit going on. Like I just recently started diving more into the Hex community over like the past couple months. So I'm like meeting more people every single day, you know. So like originally when I got in, I mean Motley was the one who told me about Hex. And then I saw him, I saw Wales and Richard. That was like all I knew about Hex, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I started diving in the community and stuff like that, and pretty much just being like there is a use case for NFTs. It's not, you know, spending $100,000 in a good investment, but I use them for advertisement. So like I'm literally just pointing all of these brand new NFT degens who are coming straight into crypto, and I'm just pointing them to Hex. Like
Right.
I'm yelling at them and saying, go to Hex. I got the hex.com linked into all my websites. I'm DMing Richard, all the analytics behind it. Like, I'm just doing this. Like, there's nobody out there, you know, just actively shilling, you know, Hex and, you know, just pointing them in the direction through NFTs like I am.
Nah,
So,
there isn't.
like, Like that's
I'm
what
no
I'm
good with
doing.
NFTs, bro, but I'll tell you what, I'll show you some other stuff here. We got some stickers, we got some pamphlets, we got some business cards.
So the thing I like the most about NFTs is the consumer base is trying to explore the crypto space. So most people in traditional finance, they collect email addresses. I'm
Right.
collecting wallet addresses. So my NFT brand will be able to, distribute, like say there's something going on right now, like say there's a fight or something like that.
Mhm.
Hex.com. Yo, that's sick.
So we got some cards there with a Warren Buffett quote on the back of it. They
Bro,
were
that's
actually
awesome.
they were actually done up by T Bird. If I don't know if you've heard of him.
I don't think I have.
He's on Twitter
He,
mostly.
he's massive in the streams, bro. He come up the other day and I met him in person, and he come to the fight night. We had a
Yeah.
big night. Yep. So I printed out a heaps of these bad boys with some information, what Hex is and how it works. We're,
Uh-huh.
we're pumping them out at the fight night. We got some
Yeah, so y'all are
stickers.
you're pretty much doing what I'm doing, but kind of the more
In person.
traditional way, the
Mm-hmm.
in person, the peer to peer, where I feel like most of the people that are going to, the highest consumer base that we can target is the newcomers to NFTs. So like whenever you look at them and stuff like that, they have if you get something for free, you usually look at it. But most people traditionally are just you get newspapers, you get blasted with newspapers every single day. Like every single time I go to my, mailbox, I have like 10 different ads and stuff like that. I throw them all away. Some people sit there, look at them and read them, but I throw them away personally. But if I get a random NFT in my OpenSea, I mean, don't they're usually scams and stuff like that, so don't interact with them, don't do anything like that. But yeah, I go and look at them, I check them out, I see what's going on,
Right.
so
You
I
know how
feel
to
like,
do it.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
the new consumer rate, oh dude, that's fucking badass.
So that's So Discord Syndicate sponsored Jake Lunday in the middle with the belt after he won
Uh-huh.
his fight. And there's a bunch of us Mexicans there in the ring with him afterwards for a photo.
The blonde dude looked like he got with the long hair, looked like he got messed up too, or is that just a shadow?
You stupid. Probably a shadow.
So that's the T-Bird.
Oh, is it?
Hang on, I'll show you what else we got here. I got the we had the whole show, mate. We had some ring card girls.
Yeah, I did. I remember that.
I'm trying to find some pictures here. Hang on.
There was a lot of pictures floating around after the fight.
Yeah, it was fully. It was all live streamed. It was awesome, man. We got a lot of engagement there on the night.
That's awesome.
I'm trying to find the girls here. Hang on.
Yeah, I like seeing like everybody who's like actively, working and stuff, because Richard always says, it keeps sticking in my head, don't expect profit from the work of others. I was like, this dude is using reverse psychology to tell me to get up off my ass and go
Yep.
yell Hex.
That's right. That's right.
Yo,
That's right.
shit,
That's
it
the
worked.
way.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked. That's right. It sure did, bro. Because that's how it works, man.
The more people the more that'll get in there. I'm not a big fan of the brute force tactic that I see most people do, where they yell and say buy Hex and stake it for 15 years. I just want them to
Yeah,
know. I just want them to know about my product. I don't push them to invest.
Right. People are going to make their own decision anyway. It doesn't really matter.
So we had some pulse chain stuff there too with the WBC belt.
Nice.
Yo, how's Australia going right now? I quit watching the news. Yo, that shit was so toxic. Like, fuck.
Yep.
It's
That's all it
The
is.
only news I watch is what Wales posts on Twitter.
It's a shithole at the moment, bro. Here we go. So,
Boom. Not a shithole.
Yeah.
Not a shithole.
So we had the ring.
I want your job, bro.
Yeah, I want your job too.
You do all the whack shit I'm doing, and let me do your shit. I want to stand next to the ring girls too.
So we had the ring girls there wearing Hex apparel between the rounds, holding up the Hex sign. It was awesome, man.
Are you
Um,
affiliated with Hex merch, or is that something separate? That just
nah,
LVC shit.
I done this myself, bro.
All right, all right.
It was
Yo, I
all
like your
me, and
designs.
um, I had a lot of help, man, from the Discord Syndicate boys. It
Hmm.
was really good, man. Jumped on board and helped me do the designs and rushed it out and pumped it out really quick. It was really good, really efficient. Um, oh fuck, there's photos galore, man. I'm just gonna try and find them all, but yeah. So that's one of the biggest kickboxing and Muay Thai shows in Brisbane, Australia here, where we had it all over the place. So it was everywhere. And if you actually go to YouTube and go to the Discord Syndicate page,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they up where is it? They've up they've uploaded a hang on, I'll share the link in the chat. They've done a bit of an update with a video about the night and with Jake Lund. So we sponsored Jake Lund. So Jake Lund is a long time friend of mine. He's a world champion WBC Muay Thai fighter. He's represented Australia in K1 kickboxing, Japan, Korea, um, Muay Thai all over Australia, Thailand, and yeah, we're officially sponsored him. And he's become a Hexagon, and yeah, it's going really well, really well. So
So yeah, since y'all are doing that like sponsorship for fighters and stuff, what is your aspect on MRI then? Like, what do you think about it?
to be honest, I don't know anything about MRI. I'd have to do some research. That's
Yeah, there's a lot of counterparty risk because you got like a four group of guys,
Not crypto,
managing.
homie. That's the
Yeah,
answer.
it's not crypto. Yeah, like you got like four groups of dudes, managing. Last time I heard them talk, $3 million, 3 million plus, and allocating it the way they wanted to and stuff.
What? That's what that is? And they charging the in and out tax? These motherfuckers are out
Yeah,
of their mind, yo.
well,
What the
that's where
fuck?
that's what their treasury is.
Wow.
So they keep their treasury in ETH. So that
yeah.
7% in and out tax goes to a treasury, and then they decide where to distribute allocations.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Is that too loud?
Yo, I just got emailed some zip files. I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys what I'm working on, but I can't yet.
Oh, you can't tease us like that. So this goes for about 20 minutes. We'll fast forward. So myself and Jake did a bit of an interview with Joker, Luther, and Hex Quinn,
Mm-hmm.
and then they come forward here to some highlights. There you go. So this was the actual event.
Yeah, I've been talking to Joker and Hexy Quinn a little bit. The official pulsification guys, I've been talking to them and stuff.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be doing a lot of good work for Pulse Chain.
Well, so everybody got something to do.
Yeah.
More than enough work to go around, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll fast forward. We'll fast forward to the event.
It's funny how people don't realize that the body is a weapon.
Look how many Discord Syndicate shirts are in the crowd there. It's insane.
Yeah, I never got to go to the Australia or Asian side or anything like that. I mean, I've been like all over Europe and stuff like that, but I've never been to Asia or Australia or any of those places. I stopped at the Middle East. I never made it around the world.
Yeah, I've never been past. I think it's Afghanistan, maybe.
To be honest, I've done fuck all. I've never left the country.
Well,
You never left Australia.
I've done everything you can do here, and you wouldn't believe what I've done in this country. You wouldn't think it's possible, but yeah.
Damn. Yeah, y'all are doing a lot of great work. I keep pushing people to go follow Discord Syndicate, follow official pulsifications, like, guys that I like who I actually see building and stuff like that around. I keep just driving these NFT people because, like, the way algorithms work for social media and the stuff being put in front of your face, like every single time they're continuously liking and subscribing nothing but hex shit. Like, it's just putting that information in front of their face. I'm fucking tricking the algorithm right now with NFTs.
Yeah,
whatever works, bro.
You'll have to make a fighter NFT now, I think, with Jake.
Yo, you want one?
Yeah, right, bro. Look at him,
man,
he's a fucking machine. World fucking champion.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to promote this guy, dude. Get some people going his ways. Maybe an ape with a bloody eye or something like that.
Hey, what up, like?
Yo, Wales, we already got you. My artist is working on something for you right now too.
Listen to this guy.
Uh-huh.
Look at the hex signs we got there.
Yeah, we saw that one video where it looked like you had that where you had that
ninja
that
mask
ninja.
on.
Yeah, you had that ninja shit on. Yo, dude, all my artist does is he puts YouTube on the background and then just fucks around on his iPad drawing shit, and like he'll hear like little key things. And he came across Whales and the ninja face mask, and he's like, "Yo, I'm making an ape ninja for Whales." And he called me right up, and he's like, "Dude, it is on."
It's funny how inspiration comes out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice Jake was in Southpaw the first 2 rounds, so he was just playing games, bro.
Yeah, he was kind of tossing them around.
Playing games, bro. Yeah. Playing games. I'm telling you what, this diamond belt is ours, and how fucking perfect for it to be a diamond belt for a hexagon.
Yeah, right. It's fucking crazy. I mean, it's cool that. Damn, it just clipped and he was down.
There's only been look at me in the crowd. I'm fucking roaring down there in the corner, the red corner.
Yeah, I see you. Damn, that's funny.
There's only ever been 7 of these diamond belts ever won in history.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And that's the next thing. It's perfect timing for this.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. Yeah, getting into like I like seeing Hex move more into like sports and stuff like that, because I mean shit, that's all I did fucking growing up was play sports and stuff. So now that my cryptos are moving, towards doing these events and stuff, like I'm just like I'm so engaged now. Like I can't once we start sponsoring a baseball team. Like, dude, it's fucking over. I'm gonna go be the batting coach for that baseball team. No more NFTs. I'm gonna outsource my NFTs.
Like, condition of sponsorship is my hiring as a baseball coach, sir.
Yes, please.
The amount of people that have approached me after this asking about Hex and fighters that want to learn about Hex is fucking ridiculous, man. I need you to just follow it up.
Now, why is that? Because Jake exemplifies hard work, dedication, and execution. Discipline is the base foundation of all of that, and all of that is a base of delaying gratification. He does not become this good without putting in the work over time.
Look at these Hex girls, man. How banging were they?
Exactly.
Yo, Wales, did you see that shit I put on Twitter the other day? I said Commander-in-Chief Richard Hart totally stole delayed gratification from the military. Hurry up and wait. Like,
so true, and it's so true though. So true. Boom.
I keep meeting, like, I run into vets every single day through Hex now.
Yeah, we're all over, bro. It's funny they call Hex a scam, and Hex is the most vibrant veteran community in crypto.
Yeah,
Period.
like I don't see any other fucking vets teaming up on any other cryptos and stuff like that.
You're not gonna see it because they're all bootleg and fugazi.
How can
Mhm.
you possibly think it's a scam? You're fucking off your head, man.
I mean, I thought it was when I first invested. Shit.
But that's the thing. It's
Oh,
because that's what you're told. It's not because that's what's true.
like I dove deep into Hex, like because I
But you
put it
should dive
like,
deep into any investment,
yeah,
right? And that's what people don't understand. There's nothing that you shouldn't be checking that couldn't be a scam. Period. So
yeah. I was doing fuck all with my money and just throwing it into random shit that I heard,
there you
like,
go. See, and that's a recipe for disaster. So
oh, it is. I got a trust wallet full of BSC shit coins that are valued at zero.
you're like, yes, I agree. Speaking of agreeing, I agree with Luther's most recent comments too. Yeah, he fucking totally trashed that dude. It was not a fair fight at all.
Oh
It
man,
wasn't fair. I
I
mean,
seen him afterwards.
got
Man.
me
He ended
shook.
up
I wouldn't
asking
want to
me,
fucking go up against Jake. Like, nah, I'm gonna sit over here and just watch you, bro. Enjoy. I'm not in shape to fuck with you, son. I'm good.
don't worry, boys. I'll go up against him.
Sparring is one thing, but fighting is another.
Yo, just wait till Jake gets a little bit of mayo.
Right?
Did you hear what he said on the interview with Joker with me?
What'd he say?
He reckons he said out there that I'm one of the hardest hitting people that's ever hit him in Rocky.
Oh shit!
I was like, damn, son, I'll take that. I'll take that.
That's good. Yeah, gotta take something from the champ.
Yeah.
Yo, but this is what I'm saying, right? Jake doesn't have to be a crypto expert. Jake just got to know it's not a bullshit coin. And that's easy to figure out. That's not hard to figure out. Because
Let's
all he has to
completely
do
honest.
is... Huh?
Be completely honest, man. He knows absolutely nothing about it
Beside the point.
apart from what I've told him.
Yeah, but that's the point. But that's the point. You're not going to lie to him if you're his best friend, bro.
That's it.
Right? Like, putting things in proper context, not from I met this guy, I'm managing him as a fighter. And that's not the context here. This is somebody you know for a long time, so it's not the same thing. Right? It's community again coming together to build. That's really my point. Because
that's exactly right.
Because he's gonna take this hex, earn yield off of it, and be able to support himself in the future at some point. Like this is his future. And if he rolls his gains right, he's got an even brighter future because we got a huge ecosystem now to play with. So, it's it's everybody's world now. And I don't think people realize that. It's literally everybody's world. How crazy is that?
They're realizing, man, the amount of interest and engagement after that event has been ridiculous, man.
That's what's up.
Ridiculous.
But this was only made possible by Jake executing in his craft. And that's my point. Everybody has their own unique aspect of value to provide to what we're trying to do here. I do my part. You do yours. Steak and Apes does his, right? Jake does his. Everybody does their part. And that's like the point, I'm going to drive that as many times as I can because it's important that we all realize that that's what all we have to do. We don't got to do nothing special. We just got to do what we want to do.
That's exactly right, man.
Yeah,
we network
reason,
together.
Right? Yeah.
And we go, right, you can do this, I can do this, you can do this. How can we make this all work together?
Everybody's
got their own skill set.
Yeah, that's it.
We have a skill set. How can we make it work together?
Yo, I don't need to do what Luthor does. I don't need to do what Mayo does. I don't need to do what Steak and Egg does. For what? They already doing it. That's inefficient. That's backwards, bro. Why the hell would we do that? That don't make no sense. Right? I mean, what sense does that make? None.
Yo, I got a team of like 4 designers that are Hexicans that I've met because they actually saw what I was doing and
they get it.
They're like, bro, I've been trying to get in the NFT game, but as a Hexican, I didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, like
we make that shit so taboo, it's nasty.
Bro. That was literally because I started
Yeah.
doing NFTs during the PulseX sacrifice. So as soon as
Damn.
PulseX sacrifice
It
hit,
wasn't even
I
that
was
long ago.
literally I made this bullshit piece of art on Pixacraft, and then I, tokenized it on Polygon, and I just started yelling and telling everybody to, sacrifice PulseX.com. Well, yelling on Twitter, so I was using
Yeah, yeah.
caps, you know.
Yeah. All caps, all caps.
Yo, all caps, man. I was just yelling, telling everybody, go sacrifice at PulseX, claim your free ape NFT, blah, blah, blah. It had the PulseX sacrifice website linked in the description. It had the political statement on it, dude. And I was just yelling at everybody on Twitter. And then probably like a couple days later, I was getting so much hate from like Hexkins and shit like that. They're like, why are you doing NFTs? Blah, blah, blah. And then like some people would come to my DMs and they would be like, yo, I love what you're doing. Like, I was trying to figure out how I can, like I'm an artist. Like I'm not an artist. I can't draw stick figures, but a lot of people saw what I was doing and they're like, how can I use my art to, benefit the Hex community? And I was like, bro, all you got to do is send me your art. I'll tokenize it. And then if, somebody wants to buy it. So I'm actually the shitty business guy in this. And I tell everybody, like I tell all my artists that I'm like, yes, I could fuck you over. All right. I'm the one, like, me and my artists, we talk on the phone all the time. I'm like, I'm literally the counterparty risk in crypto, but this is not an investment. NFTs aren't an investment. This is
Right.
branding. This is advertisement. This is the people who
Yeah.
think they're into crypto and DeFi and whatever. If they are in NFTs, I mean, it is the world of interoperability, but we'll go into that later, but,
Mhm.
like I'm leading them to the good core crypto investments that they should be investing in. If you see something a million times, like it's subliminal messaging, they get my NFT, then they see that PulseX logo. They're like, what's this dude rocking? Oh, what?
Right.
All I have to do is check this. And now I'm linked to, Pulse Chain, PulseX and stuff, So all these artists just started giving me, their work and they're like, hey, go ahead, tokenize it and yell for people to come sub to my channel, come do this, come do that. And then we started blowing up too much. Like we were getting way too many people like, hey, let's, and it's usually people who are advertising or building on Pulse Chain and PulseX. So but yeah, we just started doing it, and it's been working out pretty great. Now we charge like I think it's like point 0.1 whenever somebody like wants us to do like a custom piece because like my artists they want to do the work they want to do. All right, they hate these apes. They can't fucking stand them, dude. Like as an artist, they can't stand them. They
Really?
hate the
That's funny.
monotony. Yeah, they
You
hate
need,
it.
you need to do some Thai boxing apes.
Mm-hmm. We got big plans, but no, like they hate it. They want their own custom characters. They want their own stuff. I'm like, but the ape is what's trending right now. Like
Right.
this is what's
First it was
driving.
Pepe, now it's the ape.
Uh-huh. Like let us build our platform upon this. Then once we have, 10, 20K, then we'll start busting out your own custom pieces. And guess what? More people now are going to know about it because of this reason behind it,
Right. Because
because
you
we built
pushed
our
this.
foundation, off some fucking trend. But now more people are aware of us, so they want to see our custom work that's going to come out after that.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, bro. I commend you because nobody else had the balls to do it, and you're doing it right because you're not just pissing in the wind, trying to treat it like it's something that is not.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude, I've told so many people not to buy my NFTs, and then they
right.
still fucking buy them. I'm like,
I mean, and
go
that's
it.
fine. But that's
Yeah.
fine.
Here's the random question for you. Stacking
Oh, my
apes.
take on Pulse Doge.
Yeah.
He's bringing adoption to Pulse Chain. I mean, I haven't like dug into his morals and their design and their background or anything, but everybody's worried about in crypto about there being one currency. Everybody thinks there's going to be one currency and that's going to take over the entire world.
It's not how it
That is
works, man.
not that's not how it works. That's why we have
A hundred
every
thousand
single
right now.
country every single country has their own fiat. They have like every state's going to end up having their own crypto. Like it's going to be the world of interoperability in my opinion. There's not going to be this one world order of world order crypto or
We
something
can
like that.
try.
No. You can try,
Not
but
gonna
guess
happen.
what?
Not
Like,
gonna happen.
our technology isn't going to be the same as Russia's technology,
Yeah.
America's technology. So they won't be able to have these constant, new cryptos and updates and stuff like that. So stop worrying about the one world order crypto and just start focusing on the core aspect ones.
That's it. It's
Yeah.
funny
So
because
with
go ahead, brother.
us,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
no, you're right. So I don't know if you guys seen, but in Australia at the moment, one of our leading four banks has announced that they're going to do they're going to do their own Aussie stable coin,
Yeah, but they
and
are.
it's just like, what the fuck?
But
So
they are.
They still going to offer 0.0025.
well, it's going to be dollar for dollar, really. But
No, I'm talking about the yield off of it. Like traditional
uh,
banking right now, you get like 0.0025 in your savings account.
well, as far as I know, there's no yield. There's nothing at all. I think
No,
these
it's not gonna
days.
be, bro.
Yeah,
Don't even think there will be.
I'm sure
it's
you
just
can give it
gonna
up to
be
a counterparty risk, though.
it's just gonna be their way of going right. We're gonna
That's
regulate
it.
this, and what can we do?
That's all they're trying to
Mhm.
do, man. That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah,
They're gonna try to find a way. So look, let me tell you guys what's gonna happen in the EU. Because I already know how these motherfuckers work because I've been doing this my whole life. So what's next? What's next is that since they passed this fake law, this fake rule, saying that you can't have quote unquote unhosted wallet, which isn't even correct. But anyway, what they're gonna do is they're gonna come up with their own fake current with their own digital currency, which already exists because I've already gone over this a year ago. Um, and they're gonna force people to use their wallet. That's what they're gonna do. Have a
I can definitely
problem,
see that.
problem, reaction, solution. That's how it works.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go after the crypto like a individual coin. I feel
They
like
can't. They can't.
no.
They literally cannot. That's why I tell people you have to know how the internet works. If you do not know how the internet works, then you're gonna fud yourself out.
Hmm.
There's a reason Bitcoin's at 40K and ETH is at 3K. Like, wake up, man.
Yep. So yeah, I think they'll target the wallets more than
Hmm.
anything because that's something they can control.
They think that they can control, but they actually cannot.
they want to.
They want to believe that they can. They want people to believe that they can because they can't lie to people about anything else. Think about it.
So I don't mean control because I know they can't control it specifically, but they'll just make ease of access to theirs a lot
I
better
think. I think.
functionality. Like it will be so say you're in like I don't know, say you're in Arkansas or Texas or something
Hmm.
like that. So Texas is going to come out with their own wallet and it's just going to
I
be
got you. You think it's gonna fragment?
yeah, and
So
it's
as
just going
many.
to be
Yeah,
mhm.
I got
So
you.
you'll definitely be like you'll be incentivized to use their own wallet. Yes, like they won't block you from being able to, use something
But
else. They
they
can't on the
can't.
internet.
They
Yeah.
can't. That's the thing that they can't. And that's what's important. This is why having these conversations that we're having right now, like even though it's a snippet in time, like they're important to have because people have to understand that only you, literally like Smokey the Bear, only you can stop this shit from fucking you over. Because
Mhm.
either we accept this or we do not. There is no in between. That's the midwit. In between is the midwit, and that's where you fuck up.
So when we say midway, we mean Alex Fetsky.
Yeah, sure, man. Oh man, that was just horrible. I feel
Hey,
like
the
we'd
truth
be
is,
better off debating them ourselves. Let's all debate each other. Fuck these maxis. They're no good. Let's debate each other. You know what I mean? Shoot, let's just
Yeah.
debate ourselves. We can't do nothing else. We're better off that way anyway. I mean, it'd be a better conversation anyway. I'm willing to take a pro or against stance on anything just to have a decent debate. Anybody could do that. You don't got to know everything. But when you don't know, you got to know to shut up. Like, all right, well, you beat me. I'm done here. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, tap out, man. Tap out.
I love how Richard said that. I was just rewatching his stream from yesterday with that debate, and he's like this. He's like, I used what the scammers used, but I did it better. And I was
Well, you
like,
know what he means, and I
yeah,
think he needs word that better because
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, you see, he's a scammer. He even said it
Mm-hmm.
himself. You know how stupid people are.
Yep.
Um, but what he means is he takes their tools and tactics and employs them in a different way. That's what he means because that's all he does. That's why he's effective because he's not selling bullshit. He's not trying to scam people. How does a guy retire before 25?
Hard motherfucking work.
Yeah, hard fucking work, man. I mean, shit. Now that I'm doing, because the reason why I said I liked it was because a lot of people were yelling that NFTs were a scam.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was,
Yo, dude.
flip that functionality, turn it into interoperability to promote our product.
Exactly. Look, how many times have I ever talked to anybody about NFTs? Never until you showed up.
Yeah,
So
it's
understand what you did. You broke through a barrier, bro, that nobody thought was doable
mm-hmm. And then
because you took
Hedron made it even better.
yes
Hedron made it even fucking
better.
better,
They made
dude. Yeah.
financial NFTs.
Mm-hmm. They made it even better.
Because yo, you gotta think you can add a fucking NFT to a fucking Hex HSI or whatever them shits are called. I don't know, but you gotta think you can, right?
So
Because
the
these,
thing
I don't know. Go ahead.
the thing with NFTs is you can put whatever you fucking want in it. Like you can put any contract, you can put whatever you want in this NFT and then link it to whatever your physical asset is. Well, the interoperability that's still coming and stuff like that. Right
Right.
now you have to do it on a crypto base because there is no liquidity pool inside an NFT. Like people don't realize that. Like people are talking about staking their
Yeah, you ain't
NFT.
staking no NFT. What the fuck are you talking about? What?
No, you're like that's why Board Ape Yacht Club literally just came out with ApeCoin because people wanted to stake their NFT and they couldn't do it. There's no pool inside because guess what? All of that gross revenue that they pulled from selling those pictures on the internet, they sold it. They
Yep.
they went on,
Cashed
they
out.
were paying out for their yacht parties and stuff like that. Every single like net income I get from my NFT project gets completely converted into Hex and it's put in my treasury. I call it my little treasury, with my guys and stuff like that. And just 50%, my 50% cut goes straight in there, and we're not touching it,
Right.
because we know for perpetual growth, you need to keep your money in a high producing asset.
You gotta have
So
reserves.
a lot of these people, they're doing these NFT projects and they're getting that ETH. Guess what? They've never seen 40 grand before. They've
They're
never
dumping
seen
it.
yeah, they're dumping it, dude. They're converting it to
They
fiat
don't
and
know
then
how to do what? Delay gratification, sir. Oh, it looks like no matter where you turn, that is the key to success.
exactly.
Yo, look, if
Imagine
I would have
paying.
understood this as a kid, my life would have been way different. I probably would have been a major league baseball player because the only reason I didn't make it is because I didn't think I really had to dedicate myself because I was just good. You know when you're naturally good at something, you got raw talent, but you don't know what the fuck that means.
Talent that doesn't work
Exactly.
loses to non-talent that works, bro.
That's
It's that
right.
simple.
Simple as
Yeah.
that. And I
Simple,
didn't
simple as
understand that when I was a kid.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
So
I wish I had the dedication like I do now during my
exactly.
baseball career, dude. I mean, I played baseball since I was 8, traveling all around St.
Mm,
Louis. I went to tournaments every
you were
weekend.
like me then, bro. I spent
Yeah,
my
dude.
whole youth just balling, man. I didn't even
Hmm.
have fun as a fucking kid. I was either in the streets or playing baseball. No in
Uh-huh.
between. That's
Yep.
it, bro. That's it. It was wild, man. It was wild. I don't know
And
how
then
many times I almost died
Crazy
after a
different life for
baseball
you boys
game.
over there, eh?
Yeah. Life is crazy over here, man. This is a good time though. Like New York was wild, but it was fun back then. It was fun back
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just wish I would have put the dedication that I got, that I have now to my actual baseball career.
then.
Then
Yeah.
I would have been a hell of a lot better because like I was always, pretty decent. I was always, like the best pitcher on the team and stuff like that. But I never
You
tried
pitched
to.
too?
Yeah, dude, that
That
was
was
my
my
shit.
shit. Yep, that was my shit too. I did everything. But pitching was my shit, man. I was just really good
Hmm.
at it. Just smart.
So why both of you stopped doing it?
Well, after a
Huh?
certain point, you just can't keep playing because you're too old to keep playing.
Yeah.
Because
So
there's
like.
no like grown men leagues or nothing like that.
That's just an excuse, man. Seriously, come on.
Well, all right. So when I hit 17, my life changed. You remember what we was talking about in the green room?
Yeah.
Everything hit. like all at the same time. So I couldn't do that no more. You got to grow up. So I did the streets,
Yeah,
and I decided between that federal time or the other federal time, and that was all. I just chose military federal time instead of
I
you know,
chose the same shit.
yeah.
So,
Like yo, you got to realize, man, yo. I think I think a lot of us are the same, and a lot of us make decisions that we don't realize that we're making. When I was a high schooler and I decided to join the military, bro, I had no fucking idea that when I made that decision, there was a war going on. Even though I knew there was a war going on. As stupid as that sounds.
hmm
I made an unconscious decision to join. I didn't join because there was a war going on. I didn't join because of 9/11. I didn't join because none of that shit. I joined because I literally picked the streets or the other streets.
Yeah.
That's all I did. And I was like, okay, if I want to survive and help my family out because of this situation, I got to do that because I didn't see any viable economic path in my way at that point in time except that. Because like I told you, I couldn't put myself on the streets like that no more.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't possible. Like I'm talking about federal, meaning nationwide time, meaning I could not literally step up. Like I couldn't step onto that field, because that's an automatic red card for me, and I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I
So you had
couldn't
to pick
afford.
something. You had to
Yeah,
pick something.
so it was
Yeah.
either 10 years of that or 20 years of the other. So I figured I take 10 years of that. So that's why I stopped playing, man. I wasn't good enough in school to continue because in the U.S. your academics do matter, and I didn't take that shit seriously
same.
because I was good in school, but not good enough.
Yeah, I'm the same. I feel you. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah, I come from fucking nothing.
Different.
Yeah, I mean,
Different, but same.
you know what the funny thing is? You're right. We could have both kept playing,
Yeah,
but it wouldn't have mattered because it's not about how good you are in America.
it's what you got around you.
Yeah. It's not about how good you are. That's something that I learned the hard way because it came a point in time in my life where I couldn't continue to go to school in New York, so I had to move to Florida. And when I moved to Florida, I could no longer play I could no longer play baseball in like an organized fashion that could guarantee me a triple A, a single A, anything, a minor league level spot because my environment changed. So because my environment changed, that was the end of it for me. I tried, but I wasn't good enough to have motherfuckers come from all over to see me because nobody knew who I was. I was no longer in New York. So that was the end. And it was a different time. There wasn't no YouTube and shit. You couldn't just post highlights of me on the internet. It's all different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You're right.
it was all different time, man.
Yeah, shit. My junior year, like during the off season, I got real big and I was lifting, hitting the weights hard. And opening day of like our high school time, first game, I was pitching. I was probably throwing like mid 80s. I'd probably touch like high 80s, at 17. Not too bad. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy. Like I wasn't, blowing up the radar that much, but, you know, and then second inning, dude, I threw a pitch and my arm popped.
Oh,
Dude, my shit just popped, man. And
Shoulder.
fuck.
no, not my shoulder. It was my elbow.
Ooh,
So
fuck.
the next pitch I threw, it like kind of like lobbed up there, and then like the coach came out and was like, "What the fuck happened?" I was like, "My arm went numb." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, my shit went numb, dude." And then I walked off the field. They put a new pitcher in. My dad thought I was fucking, being a bitch and shit like that. So,
Oh man,
dude, I ended up
parents can be
going,
so rough, bro.
yeah, bro. So they take me to the hospital and shit, and they look at my arm. They're like, "Oh, it's fine. You just got tendonitis." I was like, "All right, whatever." They're like, "Take a week off, and everything will be fine." I was like, "All right." So
How old were you when you got this?
17.
Tendonitis at 17. What the fuck?
Yeah. So, dude, it was a
That
shitty
didn't even make
hospital.
sense. Yeah.
It was a shitty hospital. So, yeah, waited a week, started throwing again. Shit hurt like hell, but it was fine. And then towards the end of so I was just playing first base at that time, because I couldn't pitch anymore. And then right
Right.
before like district started, coach was like, "Hey, go get an MRI done on your arm. I want to start throwing you again." I was like, "All right, dude." I go right like the day before districts, get this MRI done on my arm because I was gonna pitch, the first round.
Right.
And yeah, I had a broken elbow the whole time. They casted me up that day. I didn't even go to any,
Damn.
dude. I didn't even go to any of the games. Like I said, fuck it, and left the team after that. Like,
Wow. Yeah, I
yo,
feel you. I
dude,
feel
they
you.
casted me up, and I was like, fuck. I've been throwing on a broken arm, broken elbow this whole time.
Yeah, I got a similar story with for football. I used to play football too. I was a running back. I was all right. I was all right. But I would have been a better receiver, but I was too short. But I had fucking hands, bro. Like motherfuckers couldn't catch. Like you had to be like a foot bigger than me to really get me out the fucking way. I
Dude,
was
I
one
have
of those.
skillets.
Yeah, I was one of those weird 5'8" dudes that could just catch over your ass. Cause I got hops, bro. I got fucking hops. The fuck?
Yo, I have no hops,
No, I
nothing
got
like
hops, bro.
that.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
got
I'm fairly
skillet
athletic.
hands.
I'm a physical dude. I spent my whole
So
life
these are
playing
both
sports.
baseball boys, eh?
Yeah, but it's not just baseball. I played all kinds of shit. Like
I
I
play
played
all the different
football in the
sports
winter.
too.
Yeah, we played like around here when we was growing up. We didn't play that two-hand touch. We played real football, like no pads and shit. So
Knocking motherfuckers out in the
yeah,
streets.
yeah, in the streets. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fun though. We were kids, man. You just trying to
Hmm.
do what the big guys are doing. You're not thinking that that's what you're doing. You're just having fun. And I think when people approach things from that angle, they can't lose. I mean,
Hmm.
don't you remember how how good shit was when you were a kid? Yeah, that's all I think about. Life was good, even though I was a hoodlum. It was good. Even though I
Good
had to
times,
watch
good
my
times.
back all the time, it was much better. I feel like it was much better, as crazy as it sounds. I don't know, but it's. I don't like life now as compared to that. It's not the same.
Yeah, there's so much shit that you're in charge of now, and all this shit that you got to
That is
run.
true.
You
Yeah, I
can't
gotta. Yeah,
you can't disappear from your life and stuff like that. Like I was talking to somebody about like
you're
taking
right.
leave in the military. Like you take leave in the military, but you come back, your bags fucking stacked 10 miles high of shit you got to catch
Shit,
up
you gotta
on.
do. Yeah. Especially if you
Like,
take a whole month. Oh, don't fuck around and do that
whew,
one. No, no,
shit.
no. A week is enough.
Hmm. Every
Hmm.
single time I come back, it's just like there's so much bullshit. Then you're getting phone calls left and right about this. Like,
Yeah, because when you're not there, oh, they take advantage.
hmm.
They take advantage. They're like, oh, he's
So
not here. Just do whatever.
did you both serve?
I served
Yeah.
a long time ago though.
Yeah.
He's
Steak and
still.
apes?
Yeah, I'm still in right now.
Oh really? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. What's it like for you guys over there, I guess, if you don't mind me asking?
Ah, probably not gonna say much on stream.
Yeah, yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't talk
My,
about that because
yeah.
anybody can recognize his voice and report. That's why.
Yeah, my face is out there, so I just talk about NFTs and Web3. I'm not gonna dive into politics. Give me
Yeah,
another year. Give me another
yeah,
year.
yeah. Because he could get in some serious hoopla over it.
It's
That's all the
crazy
reason why.
though. You
Yeah,
see a
All
lot
good.
more people doing it in uniform, and I'm just like, what
yeah.
is going on with
Because
all these
people are
people?
mad, bro. Do you blame them?
I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, I'm not gonna personally do it that,
I
but
wouldn't
like,
do it either. I'm not disagreeing with you, but people are mad and they're not thinking.
mhm.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Remember
but
that?
see,
Did you
listen to this. Does this not come back to freedom of speech for you boys? Do you not think of that?
in the military? No such thing.
There's not.
You're supposed to
Well,
protect it and defend it. That is it. You
you
don't have
should
the
still
right
have
to
freedom of
exercise it.
speech.
Nah, only to a certain extent in the military. If you're given a lawful order, you are to execute it.
Yeah, we follow under two different codes,
Yeah.
federal and UCMJ.
Hmm.
So you
Yeah.
can't.
That's why I know all these laws, bro. It ain't because I fucking just woke up yesterday and read a book. It's because I had to live that shit. Like
Yeah,
people
I
don't
get that.
understand. Yeah, like you really got to know the law. Like you can't. Like in the military, yo, it's like this. You could do whatever you want, but if somebody catches you doing it and they report it, and somebody wants to execute on that against UNCMJ code, guess what? If they can prove it, it's your ass, and that's the end of it. There's no conversation. There's nothing you can say or do. That's just the way it is, and the system is designed such that you cannot do anything contra to that. As crazy as that sounds,
Yeah,
and
so you're bred and You're bred into doing exactly as you're told and nothing else.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
Yep.
And that's why I'm no longer in the military because I don't work like that in the real world, bro.
yeah.
Like when I was in and I was out there having to survive and keep motherfuckers alive, all that shit flew out the fucking window. So when I had to come back and be like a regular fucking person, I was just always getting in trouble because that ain't real life, bro. And that's how I grew up. I grew up in an environment where you had to survive, not follow orders. See,
Yeah.
different thing. So that's why my time in the military is different than most people's. That act like there's a ton of guys like me for sure. I'm not special. However, is there going to be a ton of guys like me that are capable of sharing the information that I'm sharing? I don't know, bro. A lot of guys after got out, they're still in, or when they got out, they lost it. Like, I've worked hard to maintain my sanity, bro. And I'm proud to say that because it's not easy.
You should be proud, bro. You're doing a fucking good job at what you're doing.
It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. People think it's sunshines and rainbows, and it's not. I mean, ask Steak
Well,
and Apes. He's in the Navy. He got it worse than I had. I was just getting deployed because of the time and place. He's always deployed because of what he's a part of.
Yeah, we go everywhere.
No option. I've met guys in the army that left the Navy because they couldn't take it.
I met people that left the army and joined the Navy because they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
It's human nature. It's based on what you can adapt to, man. Like
Hmm.
the human body is crazy. You can adapt and your mind can adapt to some things, and then some people can't adapt to, but you always
Yeah.
got to look at the bigger picture.
You want to know what's funny, and I think you'd appreciate
and
this, man.
this, yeah.
My favorite time in the military was boot camp. What about yours, Steak?
Uh, uh, I mean, boot camp was it was easy to me. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't much for y'all because the Navy ain't
right.
the same thing as
Yeah,
Army.
like it's literally just
But what about the
do
swimming? I heard the swimming is beast. I don't know though. I don't know anything about
no, dude. Like
it. No?
you literally jump off a 10-foot diving board and have to swim 500 yards to the other side. You would be surprised how many people join the Navy and don't know how to swim, bro. Like that shit is just fucking hilarious.
Oh, that don't make no sense. Okay. I
Yo,
thought
they
it was like
literally
something else.
It's the same
no.
here, man. Same here.
Yeah, like they have to tread
I
water
was
for
this
2 minutes.
I was this close to going in myself. Yeah,
Okay. Well, you ain't
Mhm.
missed nothing. Don't worry. I've met some.
yeah.
I've met
I
some of
said
your
no.
Australian counterparts out there in the Middle East. Met
I
them in
said no.
Afghanistan and Iraq. And Kuwait,
Yeah.
actually. And Qatar.
Yeah,
I got
y'all.
family history of mine has all been in it, and then I went to go for it, and then after getting the yes, I said no.
Good.
Oh, so you're one of them people, man. I deal with them all the
He's a
time.
recruiter too.
Yo.
I was like, fuck that shit. I can earn more money over here.
Exactly. Shit. You don't know I don't know. I like the military because I think it
I
gives you a
miss it.
good
I miss it. I'm
it
not gonna
get
lie.
like I think everybody like in my not everybody, but like I think if you don't have a path and you don't know where you're going, the military will open your eyes because you'll become so well
Yeah,
cultured and well rounded. Like I've been to
bro.
over 25 different foreign countries. I've seen how other people live. Like I've seen all this stuff, it's crazy. Like you'll definitely value what you got, from being at that aspect and doing that 4
Yeah,
years, and it'll give you it'll either give you a good work ethic or it'll give you a fucking horrible work ethic. If you were a shitty employee for, Walmart, you're going to be you might turn around and be a good employee for the military, or you'll just be shitty there too. It's all about your mindset on how you want to
yeah,
do it.
Yeah, that is true. Because you are who you are, no matter what. So nothing's gonna really change that.
yeah. My big thing is I can't. I'm too rebellious.
Yeah, that's why I got out, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I
Like
got the fuck out with the quickness.
You tell me to do something and I think it's wrong, I ain't doing it,
I
man.
ain't
I'm gonna
doing
tell
it.
you to
That's
get
fucking
fucked.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've had
fucking
many
right.
of those battles,
Yo, bro, this
This
is how bad it was for me. When I was out there, it was 2003. It was at the start of all this shit. So it was this bad for me. I preferred to be in danger's way than to be with my unit. That's how bad it was for me. That's how rebellious I am. I do not like having to do anything a stupid motherfucker tells me to do. I don't give a fuck what the chain of command is, does, whatever. None, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because when your ass is wrong, you're fucking wrong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
And a lot of people won't like, yeah, we will, you can get punished and stuff like that, but most people respect you whenever you tell them that, even if there are, there's obviously shitty people, I've ran into a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of them
yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. But, the ones
Let's,
that I actually went like toe to toe with that were higher ranking than me and, told them they were fucking stupid,
they
in the
respect you.
return, they respect me more, and it showed in my evaluations. So,
Yeah.
like, actually, being a leader and fighting back against what somebody is saying, because they probably got that order passed down and they thought it was stupid too. But guess
Yeah.
what?
You're making the
Somebody got
job
to get this
easier.
shit done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like somebody got to get this shit done. So I'm gonna tell you to do it, and like,
You fight
you
the battle
know,
for me because it's true.
yeah.
Think about it. Think about it, right? Because I've been put in the same position, and I'll tell you, when I was in the military, I decided not to become supervisor by rank because what happens then is that everything falls on you because they can make it so because you have the rank now. You
Yeah,
see,
you're accountable.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. No, no, no. You're not the. You're the prey. They're the cannibals. You're the prey because they're middle management, but you're the lowest tier of middle management. So you're really just the pawn on the table now. You're the leader of all the pawns. So they use you as the main pawn to get all the other pawns to do what they need them to do.
Hmm.
That's how it works.
I don't know. I got promoted really fast. I went from E1 to E6 in 4 years. So
That's
I
good.
I don't know. I kind of like embraced it more than anything with my leadership style, and
Different time
like,
for you though. See, when I was in, it
yeah.
was different. I'm talking about, yo. I went from I joined as an E2, and I was E4 within 18 months. So I was
Hmm.
fast tracking too. But what I realized is when I was out there in the shit, none of that matters.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't.
Yeah, see, I don't know what this means with you guys.
Oh,
We've
okay.
had,
So
yeah,
let me explain. Let me explain.
yeah,
So when you're deployed, it doesn't matter what your rank is. Because at the end of the day, the motherfucker that has the balls to keep motherfuckers alive is gonna be the person that ends up doing that. Period.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't doing like, I don't have no war stories or shit
Oh,
like that. Like, we just like, I went on like two different deployments and shit, and like art, like, I'm just a fucking pipe welder in the Navy. Like, that's my job, make sure the fucking massive warship is moving through the water and stuff, and we got fucking pipes bursting all the time. Shit breaks, dude.
yeah,
Like,
all the
when you
time.
got when you got this massive fucking tin can in the water, like, shit breaks all the damn
Literally.
time.
Because you got all that pressure on it, right? You got all these
Hmm.
pressurized systems, plus
Yep.
the pressure from the ocean, plus all the people, plus all the shit that people are doing. Like it compacts itself.
Hmm.
Compounds, I mean, excuse me.
So yeah, our shit is just making sure all the systems that we have can
working.
operate correctly. Because like, say if like a mount, like a Sea Whiz mount goes down, like the fire main ruptures, then we can't go do our mission. So we got to you got to throw some shit together and get that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
Because like the Navy's kind of like glorified taxi cab. All we do is through like the Suez Canal, dude, through the Straits of Hormuz, like all we do is take cargo ships, and we're watching them, making
That is a
sure
good analogy, actually.
yeah, dude, like we're literally the Marines Uber, like
Yeah, y'all are. Y'all are. You're right.
we go and
That's,
ship them out all across the fucking world.
yep,
Like,
that's true, man. It's so true. I never thought about it like that, but you're dead right.
mhm. Those fucking LCS classes, all they do is just hold fucking couple thousand Marines to go drop them off to do their fucking mission.
Pick them up later.
Yeah.
We'll be back later, bitches. We're gonna go chill over here. Let us know when y'all done getting blown up and bleeding and shit.
Yeah, we're
See,
gonna go.
how's you'll love this probably. One of the boys I work with in the coal mines, he talks to a guy. He's collected fuck, I don't even know how to describe it. The landing boats from Gallipoli.
Oh, what are they called? Amphibious. They're like
Um,
sea. What the fuck?
oh, LCS classes.
No, I
Yeah,
think
like the
The
yeah. I think
amphibious
personnel
assault.
amphibious deploys or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
they
yeah,
are.
No,
yeah,
amphibious assault class. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So
AAS.
we've we've found one. the guy I work with, mate, he ended up buying this thing off the museum, sanded it back, and found the fucking old original numbers on it, and it is a legit boat from Gallipoli back when Australia was landing on Gallipoli back in World War fucking two or whatever it is.
No shit,
Wow.
had the whole number and everything on it.
How
That's what you're talking
fucking
about. The
cool!
numbers is the whole number.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
ID number and everything. After he went back and passed paying,
that's
he ended up
crazy.
donating it to a memorial museum up here in Queensland. But fuck, how cool is that, man? Like,
That's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, that's very cool, bro. Imagine piece of history like that. Oof.
Dude, I
it's
love
ridiculous.
knickknacks and like the biggest thing that I collected every single time we went to a different country. Like I have like ceramic plates and bowls and like, stuff
Mm,
that has like one has like a Bulgarian little ship. Like I got whenever I went to Spain, it's what is that? Like a kind of like a keg with shot glasses on it. Kind of, just like little trinkets and stuff like that. Most people, they don't collect anything. That was literally my first thing. As soon as I got on dry land, what am I taking home with me?
right.
Because I like collecting like little, souvenirs from here. Like they're valueless, they're intrinsic. I paid, whatever their denomination, probably $20 something worth for them.
Yeah, whatever. I got some. I got an alabaster chess set from Egypt, so I know what you mean.
Oh, that's sick. I got
What
this
is a chess set?
Alabaster is some type of rock, but they got it all
Mhm.
over. It's not as unique as they make it seem.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
You have
Google
to
it. It's
send me a
easy.
picture of that.
Alabaster. Hold on, I'll send you one. Hold on. Hold on. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, man.
Nah, but yeah, so that's kind of a little bit thing that, the intrinsic side of what, people deem valuable. So like out of 365 days every year, how many newspapers do you think will have value in 10 years?
Probably none.
Mm,
Maybe one if you're
maybe
lucky.
yeah, maybe three if you're super
Yeah.
duper lucky. A lot of shit happens. And,
Uh-huh. So you got to think of like NFTs in that aspect. The ones that I gave out for Pulsec Sacrifice, kind of documented my little journey. That might be valuable in 10 years. It's that intrinsic value, but it's not backed by any physical liquidity that you can convert it for. It's based off what the next person is willing to pay
pay.
for it.
Yeah, strictly.
It's not an investment,
Hmm.
You can buy 100 fucking bear. What were those bears that got real big? Fucking
I don't know.
I
uh
wasn't even watching Mo.
yeah, it's just like little stupid shit, like if you get this one little one, it might be valuable. But like people were pulling on people's heartstrings with, these NFTs, and it was just they were doing brute force marketing tactics, and that's why everybody was getting fucking wrecked. Like eventually NFTs will be like video game skins,
All right.
like whenever you go on Halo or, one of these online video games, like I've always like they're pretty standardized. It's like $5 for this one, $10, and now you get to wear this little digital asset, while you're fighting the war or doing whatever on that video game. Soon they'll get standardized down where their rate is like 5 or 10, somewhere around that value prop.
Right.
Yeah, this whole metaverse thing is a joke, to be honest. It's been around for what, how
Uh,
long? 10,
it's a
20 years.
buzzword. I
No,
mean,
it's been around since ever people can like meet and play together online. So
Man, I was a gamer back in the day, and I was selling shit online for real money 15, 20 years ago. This
yeah.
right.
now is nothing new.
It was just like if you Google the definition of buzzword on Wikipedia, I mean, not buzzword, but Google the definition of metaverse on Wikipedia, it literally says this is a buzzword for online gaming. Like, dude,
Yeah,
it was literally just a marketing tactic. And the only reason why
100%.
it blew up was because Zuckerberg. Like,
Yep.
that shows how much of an influence that someone has on the entire world because as soon as he decided to switch Facebook to Metaverse, that's when all the rage happened. And that's how the message spread so fast because he already had a fucking huge ass consumer base. Everybody, even if you don't use Facebook, like everybody usually has one or something like that. So, or they've heard of it. So it's just crazy, how fast a word can spread whenever you have that much influence over people's minds.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Don't even get me started.
We going down a rabbit hole, Mayo?
Yeah, fuck me. All these cunts just wash trading and fucking rinsing money through them at the moment. Like that's how it
Uh-huh.
started. It's what it is.
Yep.
How deep do you want to go? How much more do you want to go?
Yeah, dude, don't worry. I'm on that same exact level. It's just literally
Oh,
watching.
look, I had $1 billion here in crypto. I bought this fucking NFT, which is a piece of art,
Uh-huh.
for $500,000 or whatever, $1 million. That's my capital loss now. Oh, tax
Mhm.
free. Fucking blah blah blah. Fucking bullshit.
Pretty
This is my
much.
net loss.
Fucking bullshit. And all the other young, it's sad that everyone else that doesn't have much falls for this shit. They think they can buy something and sell it
It's
for more.
all ads and marketing now. Like everybody's trying to get their shit in front of your face, trying to get their message in front of your face. You literally have to turn it off and then just think and then go into it, and then you'll have a different perspective on it.
That's it. I mean, that's why you got to have your own point of view on things, right?
100%.
I think you always got to try to come at things from your perspective. That's what helped me learn things my way. That's why I'm so fucking popular or whatever the fuck now, because I bring things with my twist. This is why I've learned things my way and why I have the view that I have, because I don't just accept, the narrative or whatever is given to you. I seek and confirm. And this is why, I've been able to find Hex and understand it, and fucking ape in when I fucking found it, and not fucking sleep, fall asleep at the wheel on the shit. A lot of people fell
Once
asleep at
you
Yeah, a lot of people fell asleep at the wheel, bro. A lot of people did not buy it when they fucking wanted to, or when they should have, or when they found out about it. I bought that shit day one as soon as I found out about it, which was day 320, 330, but at least I found the motherfucker. And that's the point. So you gotta always be ready to attack, man. That's a function of preparation, and that's also a function of discipline. If I wouldn't have spent all the last amount of time that I spent doing what I've been doing, I wouldn't have recognized Hex as the great asset that it is as soon as I discovered it. And I wouldn't have approached it how I did. So, because I tell you what, that's one thing I do not regret. The only thing I regret is not staking it off at 555 as soon as I found it. I guess we lost staking names. That's
oh, boom.
literally it. He'll probably
That's
come
my
back.
only regret, not knowing more about it earlier.
Yeah, not knowing it properly sooner, because I had like dumb stakes and shit like that. So like now my shit is straight, but it wasn't straight at first.
A wild SJ appears. Hello,
Yeah,
wild
what's up?
SJ.
Yeah, it works out. That's how she wrote it.
This is probably my peak viewers.
What you got right now?
11.
Woo! Bust out the champagne, baby. Oh
Oh,
man!
fuck.
Look, when I first started streaming, bro, it must have took me like a week just to be able to pull it off, because I had never done it before. I didn't know anybody. It wasn't. I mean, somebody ended up telling me what software to use because I was using some other bullshit. Um, that wasn't as good. Damn, did I finish my blunt, bro? Fuck. Seriously, this is
Glad to be here. That's more than I've had so far.
ridiculous. Well, you gotta let people know you're streaming. I've never seen that she's streaming, so I don't know. Right? Like you gotta make sure people knew. People knew I was streaming, and I think maybe my first stream it was probably 25 people at first, or maybe a
Yeah.
little bit more, because I was trying to stream for like a week, bro, and I just couldn't pull it off. It just always would fail. Took me like a whole week to do that shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I used to do quite a bit back when I was a bit of a gaming nerd, and I had quite a few back then. But
I had never done that before. Never. Never, 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 never.
I'm almost thinking about going back into it just to shield Hex in the game.
That would be a good idea because I mean, gamers love that bullshit, bro. And gamers are gonna fuck around and find the best thing ever, and not and maybe not realize it at first. So imagine that.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not consistent at all.
Yeah, I'll just be winging it. So because I'm
Yeah,
away for work every second week, but every
yeah, I don't got
every
the
odd
time
week
though.
I'm home, I'm keen to jump on and do whatever we got to do. Make some
Yeah,
conversation.
like I'll just literally pick a topic and stream on that topic. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't got the time to prepare anything, man. Who got time for that?
Well, you're doing good, man.
Well, I just know this shit, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like I just know what I know,
Yeah.
and that's all. This is just my time. All right, brother. You go ahead and get to the gym before they run you ragged out there.
Steak and apes is out. Gym
Yeah,
life.
he's out. He's out for now. He's out for the count. But yeah, man. It's
Who else you got?
yeah, well, why Jay can come on if she wants. I mean, it's whatever.
Anyone else want to come on? Let's go.
Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. Stephanie Louise. Yeah, Hex is getting ready to take off. Actually, people will learn what they forgot the hard way. That's cool. I mean, I try to remind them, but a lot of people ain't trying to hear what I'm saying no more. So they just gonna learn the hard way. And that's cool. We like
We're
that too.
listening, bro. I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Oh, I ain't talking about you, bro. I'm talking about the people that are complaining about price and shit. Like people think I be talking about everybody. Like, nah, I'm talking about specific people, and they know who they are. Like that's why they get mad. Like they know who they are. Like why else would they be getting mad? Mad at me because you the
Sell
one.
them.
Because you the
Sell
one
them the
I'm talking about.
lows.
Yeah, they mad at me because I'm the one who they talking about. That they're the one I'm talking about, even though I'm not mentioning no names. Because why else would people be getting mad, right? So, and ain't nothing wrong with you doing what you're doing, but don't be mad. You don't understand what you're doing. Like, why do we get these big price swings? Right? We get these big price swings because people are buying in size and selling in size, and then that's just one side of the coin. Because the reality is that the average person isn't coming in with size and kicking up the market unless they want to, because they don't have that kind of money. The average person is gonna sell it down though because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and that's what we've been seeing for the past 6 months. Yeah, that's why you got an 80% drop in price. I mean, how else does price go from 50 fucking cents to 10 cents when it
Is that
before a fork, mind you?
why? Why would you? Why?
Exactly, man.
Why? Why would you do
Exactly.
this? What is wrong with you?
Exactly, Mayo. You see, and you don't have to be me to fucking know that. That's obvious. You see my point?
What the fuck is wrong with these people, man? Seriously.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
It blows my mind.
It's bananas, bro. It don't make no sense. Zero. Like, think about it, yo. It's this simple because this is how simple it is. Why would you go and sell 5 million units of one thing and think you're gonna get full price at one time? You're getting fuck all. That's what you're getting, as you guys would say.
I'm gonna sell this right before the fork, where I could get double for
Yo,
free.
I'm gonna sell 5 million, or fuck it, let's make it even a small number. I'm gonna sell 1 million units of this thing and expect no discounted price and then complain. Bro, you sell 1 million of anything, you fucking taking a discount whether you like it or not, bitch. Fuck out of
You
here.
a fucking retard.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Like how why I gotta explain this too? Like it's crazy how little these people know yet profess to know. But you can't even sell, you can't even take profit right. You out here pushing the market down 80%. What? Like damn. What else I
Fuck is
got?
wrong with these people, man?
Yo,
Seriously.
it's crazy, man. Cause the funny thing is you can see the impact on the decks before you sell. So these are people that are not paying attention whatsoever to what they're doing. They just doing what they want to do. Consequences be damned.
Zero thoughts.
Zero. I mean, imagine thinking you're going to sell 1 million units of anything and not impacting the value of what you're about to receive. Of course, you're not going to get the same price, man. Of course. Crazy, yo. What's wrong with you? People are out their mind, yo. There you go.
Random, random YouTuber.
Random YouTuber. That's how we like it. Yo, these people are so sad.
Can't think cool enough for pointing me in your direction. Hearing you explain things of why, all the whys, I'm not worried about price. There you go, wireless.
There you
See?
go. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. If you don't understand, then you're gonna be worried, and that's why you have to understand. I mean, imagine. I don't worry about money at night. I don't worry about my future at all. I worry about my present. I don't worry
Right,
about my future. I worry about tomorrow.
right here, right
ten,
now.
10 years from now, it's taken care of.
But the fat boy son, you reckon?
That's it. That's it. We working towards a day. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh man, but that's part of life, right? It's part of the process. That's how you gotta do it. You gotta figure it out, and that's all, man. And that's why understanding what you hold is important. Imagine these people that are still holding ADA and all these other shit
Oh,
coins.
you know,
Like they got no hope and they don't even realize it, man. And there's something you can tell a lot of people because they just don't want to open their minds. They think they know it all.
that's that's exactly right, man. You try and
Yeah.
tell, show them, teach them. Nah,
Nothing. I mean, what am I doing here if I thought I knew it all? I'm already in finance, so what the fuck am I doing here? Clearly, I know I don't know it all.
man, I don't know shit.
Exactly. But that's my point. I don't know shit either. I know what I know. I don't know everything, bro. And we're all just doing our part. That's all. My thing is finance and economics. That's all. And accounting and shit. So I know that. So that's what I talk about. It just happens to be relevant to crypto from that perspective because that's what it's about. But everybody brings an angle to crypto because everybody needs it. Look at all of these sports people, all these athletes. Look at sports people. All these
Yeah,
athletes don't have to worry about their fucking retirement now, bro. Thanks to Hex.
exactly. And that's my biggest thing with all these
You know how
fighters.
major that is? That's major, bro.
No,
Like no athlete. We're not even talking about just fighters. Like we just removed everyone from that bucket now because now they have the power. Now there's no middleman that can fuck them out of their retirement. That's huge. That was never possible before.
here we go. How goes this thing, crypto? I made all my boy dump his ADA and buy Hex at 12 cents. Let the journey begin.
That's what's up, man. Congrats to your
That's
boy.
good on.
That
Good
was good
on.
timing. Yep, that was good
Enjoy the
timing
ride. Enjoy the ride.
for sure. I like Upmug.
I mean, how many other fucking useless things are there? We got Polygon down all the time. We got ADA just taking the piss, taking profits.
Solana,
Oh, man, where do we end?
Ors. I don't
Where do
even
we end?
know, bro. There's so many like just ghost chains and all kinds of just useless stuff out there. It's wild, bro. I don't even
This
know
is
what
what I
to
need
say.
to do. I need to get my list together for this podcast on the weekend. I got my shit in order.
Oh, I'll give you a good site. Hold on. I got a good site here to share with you. Where is it? Fuck, why can I not find it? Hold on. Coins Zero, is that it? No. Crypto. There's a site that's strictly for blockchains that has all these blockchains. Did I not save it?
Got in at 20 cents
No.
DCA to 11. My best friend at 10, he's pretty happy. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, he's just getting started too. Wait till we get ramping or pamping.
Have you staked? Has he staked? Has he staked? That's a
Yeah,
big
that's the
question.
question. Better get that T-shirt before that shit jump across only 2,000. It's coming. It is coming. We are cryptos. Where is this? Pre-search. That's not it. That's not it. Damn it. Where the fuck did I put it over here? Hold on. I must have. Let me open this. Hold on, I'm still looking. Nah, I can't find the damn thing. What the fuck? Damn, I dropped the ball here. I can't believe I didn't save that site. I needed that site.
Whoever the random YouTuber was that said big respect for me streaming, thank you. Why have you not got your username?
We're on at 20, DC 211. Got my best friend. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Just taking your time, understanding it's a long game because, again, if you're a working person, you can only do but so much because you still got to live. You still got to survive. You still got to pay bills and all that shit, right? So you can't pretend to act like there's nothing you can do. There's plenty you can do. You just got to be active about it. Block chair. Is this it? I think this is it. Yes, block chair. Here you go, brother. I'm gonna drop it in the private chat for you. I put two links in the private chat. What alabaster chest set would look like, and that block chair shit. Block chair lets you explore a lot of different blockchains. It shows you different blockchains and the prices are and stuff like that. I just can't believe Solana's even above $102. That to me is insane, man.
It's a joke.
It's a
Fucking joke.
complete joke. It's a complete and utter joke. What is this eCash? Really? eCash?
Yeah, so what's this Maximus you were telling us?
So it's a coin that's basically going to be one-to-one backed by Hex. So the way it's going to work when they go to launch it, you're going to literally submit one Hex per one Maxi. That's what the collateralization rate is going to be. So when they do the launch phase, if you want any Maxi, you got to give them some Hex. Basically, is what it
Yeah.
boils down to. So you'll get the same number of Maxi that you give in Hex. And at the end of the day, that Hex is going to be staked, and the value of that Maxi is going to be that the value that it accrues over time based on the staking and then the price appreciation from Hex. That's going to be the basic
Very
intrinsic. Yeah, that's going to be the basic intrinsic value of that coin. So it's going to be, and
interesting.
yeah, and here's something you should know. This is a little alpha. Um, Derivatives typically end up being more valuable than the underlying. So I recommend people play with that one.
Yeah, right. I'll look into that a bit.
It's basically a guaranteed win. It's like a trampoline for value. Yeah, think about it.
Boing.
Yeah, because what are you doing? You're taking something that's rock solid and making something else with it that's tradable, divisible, a store of value itself that's backed by another store of value. And then it's going to be a one-to-one collateralization rate, and then it's going to have something underpinning that value. See, so it's not like it's baseless. It's not like it's monopoly money. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the aspect here that's cool about it. That's why I like it, and I appreciate what they're trying to do over there because it's something that we can all benefit from because we're at the ground floor, bro. Simple, we're at the ground floor, and that's what it's about. Yep, it
What's he
is.
said here? Sounds like Hedron trampoline for value.
Yep, because what's happening is that they're locking up more hex with this protocol. Can't lose. Cannot lose.
There's a lot of no namers here.
No, who?
No namer YouTubers.
Nah, I think that's the same person.
Was it like a glitch in the matrix or what? How do we?
Nah, that's somebody that just picked that name.
Oh fuck!
Yeah. You taking it too
What
literal.
trolling? Yeah, just some
Yeah, I know.
rotating person.
Yeah. It's just random. Yeah. But that block chair, it'll show you all these other fucking crap shoot blockchains.
Oh, Maximus.
So yeah, Maximus is just a derivative of Hex, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, definitely have to read up on that.
Yeah, they got a pretty good video. It's like a couple of minutes. They got another one, might be like 5 minutes. It's pretty quick. I mean, they just gotta. They're on the test net, so at least they're there. You want to at least see that, right? So you know they got something to speak of in terms of an actual project, and they're not
Yeah.
just promising you a project, right? Which I'm not with that. I don't need you to promise me a project. I need you to like show me some shit on testnet, homie. You know what I mean? Like, let's see something. The fuck. So that's it. It's pretty straightforward. They're taking the right steps. They're taking the right steps in my opinion. So yeah,
Oh, whatever helps Hex grow is good.
pretty much. And this is just gonna be another one of those things. Because you're just taking that hex and removing it, moving it from the market. Can't ask for more than that. Because that's the whole point of everything that everybody's doing when it comes to building seems to be aiming at that. Right? Like the things I'm working on are aiming at that. That's aiming at that. Hedron's aiming at that. Like everybody's trying to lock this hex up, bro. Everybody that wants to build, you know what you should do now. Take the hint. Right?
Better
So
Maximus and grow.
do whatever you gotta do, but do something. Because this is free money, right? Because this is value that's already predicated on something that's proven. Just like Rich has always talked about. It's proven, it's battle tested. We know Hex works. You can build anything on top of Hex.
What do you think? Here we go. What's your opinion on the OA and Hedron then?
Like, what are they doing providing liquidity over there? Not really sure what to
Yeah,
make of it.
yeah,
I think they're just maybe showing people that it's safe to even interact with the contract.
yeah.
Why not? That's the way I
But do you
look at
think
it.
do you think they're trying to hold it steady so the Hex doesn't get swapped for the Hedron?
Could be. Could be. Hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's hard to say. Because maybe they're just trying to earn fees. You know what I mean?
Oops.
My bad. I said maybe they're just trying to earn fees. You know what I mean? But I doubt that. So I don't know. Maybe they are trying to cap the price.
Yeah, because definitely tied it together now, hasn't it, with the liquidity?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't looked at it, but let's see. Uniswap. Going to V3. In the 1% pool? Yeah, it is in the 1% pool. Which is funny because who's going to go pay 1% for anything? Um, Looks like he removed some of it though. Yeah, there's no sell wall up there anymore.
Yeah, right.
So crisis over.
Interesting.
Yeah, you seeing it? Or
I
you want?
haven't.
Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Hold on a second. Right.
What's this? Can we talk about the 2 and 10?
Oh,
That's good.
that's a little advanced the topic. 2 and 10 is yield curve. We'll go over that too. Don't worry.
Do you want me to add your screen?
Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, so basically, this is what price is right now for
Oh,
Hedron.
yeah.
And this is versus X. Crap. Hold on. So there's no cell wall above where we are right now. So we're free to roam. What there is a buy wall down here now. So, oh wait, Hex versus Hedron. So if you're buying Hex, then the price, yeah. Let me think, because I'm confusing myself right now. If you're buying Hedron, then that means you want the bottom value to get bigger, making the whole number smaller, which means it goes down. So yeah, there is a buy wall. Sorry, sell wall here.
Yeah.
So it's 50% away
So,
from where we are right now, approximately 30% away.
so there's a big bar wall there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that by the OA?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
guess so.
Yeah. So,
Let's see. That's what everybody says. I really haven't done the work to see
yeah.
myself, but let me see. 2 days ago, they added it one. I mean, we'll be able to spot it. 170 case 7 days ago. $194, $185. That's not that much hedron though. Yeah, that's not a lot. Not finding it on here. Let me see something. No, I don't see it on here. Unless a bunch of different wallets did it. But I mean, this is millions of dollars, so I don't know. Let's see. Hmm. No ads, no removes either that are pretty ostentatious. No swaps either that are pretty out of whack. So okay, well, I guess it's just it's not. It doesn't have to be as much as we think. I was thinking it was gonna be more, but all these addresses are 1, 2 is the same. 1, 2 is the same. 1, 2 is the same. Uh, okay. The same, the same, the same, the same. So yeah, you got a whole bunch of big ads from a few wallets. So yeah, I guess that could be the way address.
but there's different addresses there. Yeah.
Yeah, different addresses.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now they wanted to see what. The 2 and 10. Right.
The fancy getting slapped.
What that?
Oh fuck me, dead man.
Let's see. Come on. All right. I don't even have it here. All right. Is that right? The fuck is this? Oh, okay. All right. So what you're looking at right now is not normal. Get rid of that. Let me get rid of this. This is probably confusing. All right. So let's make 13 days per candle. Now, what you're looking at, let's make it 21 days. What you're looking at now is essentially the absolute range for the spread, right? It comes down to basically get rid of these lines here. Comes down pretty much to minus 40 basis points at an extreme, minus 0.4%, and then it goes as high as 2.75, 2.75%, right? 2.75%. Now, what's happening? Well, we're looking at the difference between 2 points in time. We're looking at the 10-year and the 2-year. So we're taking the difference between the cost of borrowing at those 2 points in time throughout history. This is what this chart is showing. So when it's out here, it means that the market, in terms of the distance between one spread and another, has gone so far that it has to revert at some point because it never goes past beyond that level unless there's something to make it do that. So it's really that basic from a very simple, just a very, very low level point of view. That's just how it is. If
Yeah,
a,
yeah,
s-
yeah.
if a spread goes but so far, and I mean, we're talking about 20 years of data here, 30 years of data, then that's just what it does. You don't debate it. Unless you find another reason for it to not do that, then it's going to
Hang
do it.
on, hang on. What are we? Hang on, sorry. What are we looking? We're looking at
We're looking
US.
at the U.S. 10-year yield
Yep.
minus the 2-year yield for the U.S. You can do the same thing with any country's yield curve. I can pull up the Australian ones right now. Same thing. Same exact thing. It's going to be the same exact conversation. The only difference is going to be the value. The
Yep.
value might be different because the interest rates are going to be different.
Yep.
So think about it like this: should it cost more to borrow 2 years versus 10 years? Of course not. You're borrowing
No.
for a shorter period of time. It doesn't make sense for it to cost more.
Yep.
But when the spread is down here, that's what's happening. It's that much more expensive to borrow in the short term versus the long term. But then sometimes it goes off sides and it's normalcy as well. Like, is it too expensive to borrow at the 10-year end of the curve versus the 2-year? So you got to have something regulate the market. And that's typically people's interest in borrowing, right? Or dishing out loans or whatever have you. So it just depends. But this is the range, and no matter what spread you look at, it's going to be the same deal. This is just a different time frame. Same scenario. You got a min, you got a max, and you got a min, right? You got a top and a bottom. It's going to be the same thing here. It's just a different spread, different deal. So that's pretty much it. And we're just looking at the difference between time and the cost between time of borrowing at each spread. That's really all this is. And this is pretty advanced, but once you can wrap your head around that you're just looking at the difference in the value of the cost to borrow now versus later, then you'll get it, because that's all this is showing. And when it's down here, that means that it costs more to borrow now versus later. And when it's up here, it means it costs a whole lot to borrow later versus for now. So you're better served borrowing money on the short end of the stick, basically, because it's that much
100%.
cheaper. Yeah, because it's
Yep.
that much cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTuber said, "I need to watch your old streams."
Oh
I'm pretty
yes.
sure I've watched your old streams.
Some stuff is just it takes time to get. It took me a long time to learn all this stuff. So for some people it's gonna click more than others just because they've already been studying these topics. And for others, it's gonna take some time because these topics are a little advanced. I make it sound easy, but it's not because there's a whole lot that underpins it. And I try to make it as concise as possible. But I'm giving you like 100 years of knowledge in like a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's condensed, it's packed, but it's true. But how do you know that to be true is by unpacking everything under that. And that's not easy. And a lot of people don't want to do that. So, it isn't anything brand new. It's just about understanding what the representation of the underlying is because we got BTC versus Hex. Same thing. East versus Hex. Same thing. It's just a different representation, right? And difference between this and ETH versus Hex and Bitcoin versus Hex is that Hex will keep running. There's nothing to stop Hex from running against ETH or Hex or Bitcoin.
Yep.
Whereas
Yep.
here you have economic realities limiting what can actually happen. Because just like you said, Mayo isn't going to borrow for 10 years at a 3% cost versus borrowing at 3% cheaper for 2 years. That makes no sense. Why would I do that? Right? And
Exactly.
and that's a
Wow.
decision that in real time you're gonna make it. So that's gonna force the market to adjust. Whereas when there's something that has no reason to adjust, like the valuation of an asset that's better than another, which is what you see when you're looking at Hex versus Bitcoin, for example. I mean, look at that. That thing is just ready to take off. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at that. That thing is just ready to take off, man.
Fucking rocket, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, bro. Look at that. Can't stop this beast. Cannot stop this beast, bro. Lines make it look ugly. But that thing is getting ready to take
Make it
off
make
once
it look
again.
as bad as you can, and still, how good does it look?
It's impossible. That's the thing. It's impossible.
It's impossible
Because,
to make it look bad.
yeah, because this is what's going on
Like
versus the dollar. Look at that. Oof.
what?
Versus ETH.
How? Just how is there an argument? How can anyone argue against this? It's just
Narrative, man.
what the fuck? It's just that simple, man. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, simple fucking BTC maximalists that are not seeing what the fuck is going on in the charts? It's that simple.
Pretty much. It's very simple. It really is that simple. Once you go beyond that, that's when you get lost and caught slipping, and the market teaches you a lesson. The market really teaches you a lesson. And this is why, I know all the crap I know because I really have tried to make myself a student of the market. It's not easy, but it takes time and it is possible. Because the harder thing for people to realize is that we're not designed to operate in markets. We're not. We're designed
Bro,
to seek. Yeah, we're designed to seek. Most of us are naturally designed to seek, shelter, safety, flight, versus fight. That's the average person. Everybody isn't.
well, you've done seriously. This is anyone watching right now. If you have not listened to Wales, you have a fucking problem. This guy is fucking preaching the truth and trying to teach you what the fuck is going on out there. And if you cannot see it, you need to fucking open your ears, open your eyes, and just have a fucking look. It's that simple. How hard fucking is it? Really? It's there. It's all there. He's been telling you for how long? Straight up. But what else is there to say? That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's hard to get across something so impactful yet so important yet so simple. Because all of this stuff is simple. Because if you think about it like this, we know the dollar does one thing. We know that our economy is priced in dollars. So all we gotta do is wait for the dollar to do what it has to do, and we're automatically in the green forever.
Yeah, I'll just have to put this up. Here, give me your opinion, Wells. You better wear a mask. Bilbo is sad watching all these people wear that mask during a pandemic. Bilbo is pissed. You know
That's
what,
funny.
Bilbo? Fuck you. Have you got an
Yeah,
issue? Fuck off. Get the fuck out of my channel. That's simple.
yeah,
See you
it's
later.
funny. People are funny, bro. All we can do is laugh. That's all we can
We're here spreading fucking knowledge for you to benefit yourself, and you're gonna whinge about a mask? Fuck off.
do.
It's that fucking simple, mate.
Yeah, it's
That
not.
fucking.
You can't even take people like that seriously, bro. Like,
Hey, it ain't serious.
yeah, no. That's what I mean. Like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like you're talking, I'm not listening. Basically, yeah.
Wales innocent. I'm the one that'll be banned. But if you got a fucking issue, DM me and I'll fucking sort you out.
There you
How could
go.
you not be listening to this motherfucker giving you free information to benefit yourself in the future? What the fuck is wrong with you? And you worry about a fucking mask.
I mean, imagine, yo, how crazy is that?
Fuck off. Fuck off with the mask, mate.
Wow, funny, bro. Put your face
All
diaper
right,
on.
all right, all right. Back to where.
Oh man. All we can do is laugh, brother. That's all we can do.
We're trying to help you motherfuckers out,
You
and you're
can't help
miserable.
everybody, man. That's one thing I had to learn the hard way. You can give everything away for free. People either pick it up or they don't. So that's all. Not much else you can really do about people, man. They're gonna make their own decisions. Um, and that's it. I mean, look at this, bro. Let's see what Pedron is doing. Look at that bad boy. Something serious. Just getting started too. Crazy. And this is Hex versus the market, the entire crypto market. How good does that look?
How how can you deny that? How can anyone deny that? Seriously.
Because of this dip, literally.
Oh no, we had a little dip, man. Oh, I'm so emotional. I'm gonna have a cry, man. We had a dip. Oh
Hold
fuck.
on, because it gets better. It gets so much better.
There we go. Make it a big dip.
Yeah, because people like to forget. I mean, imagine talking about 32,000% versus a 76% dip.
Oh man, man.
I guess I'd be crying too if I was done. That shit
Motherfucker, I ain't crying.
that shit is funny, man. Look at that damn thing, bro.
If
Oof.
you're crying over the shit and you do not understand t-shirts, you're a fucking dog. You're a weak dog.
You get what you
And
get, man. You get what
you're
you
a
get.
stupid.
Yeah, you
You're
get
a
what you get.
stupid motherfucker. It's that simple.
Yeah, see, it's one thing I had to learn about life, man. A lot of the times we give ourselves what we want, even though we don't realize that's what we're doing. So, yep, when we don't act in accordance with our desires, the world puts us in our place and it gives us exactly what we deserve. And that's what happens when you don't exercise your will, Like if you want something, make sure you get it. Not gonna happen any other way.
That's it. That's it.
Crazy as that sounds. Pretty much how it works. So, I mean, I don't think people really get the whole reality behind being at the ground floor of something that's like, let's see, what am I looking at here? Crypto total market cap. Excluding BTC, let's look at everything.
There you go. The hard reality? Yes. Better check yourself.
2.05 trillion. Seems like the market's just going to continue marching higher, really. That's what it looks like to me. But each bar is 21 days, so we'll see. Anything can happen because the bar isn't over yet.
We ain't going nowhere else but up. Where else
Well,
the fuck we going?
we are good. I'm talking about the crypto market. This isn't the crypto market. This is just Hex. Or I'm sorry, this is not Hex. This is the crypto market. So, the promise coin space. Excuse me. So they need help. I mean, imagine. According to this chart, the space grew from 110 billion at the Rona dip low to 2 trillion where it is now. That's 20x, pretty much.
So we're still 20x up and people are still winning.
Yep.
If you're still whinging at 20x up, you need to sort your life out.
Well, some people just, greedy, man. Can't take a dip. Can't take a dip. Can't take a dip. And that comes with the game. So, everybody can't handle it. So everybody does, just gets left behind. Yeah, let's look at this. See what Hex is doing. Catching a nice little bit again. So looking pretty good. I mean, once Hex recaptures this level and then this level, it's pretty much free and clear sailing at that point. So we got 16 cent level needs to be recaptured, and the quarter-cent level, and then after that, I mean, once it gets above 35, it's pretty much game over. After that, it'll just be whatever. I think it might be 55 cents at that point, thanks to this line. But we'll see. See how that develops. Could not
We
even matter.
follow we follow that green line where we end up.
I don't think that's a line you care about. Let me show you the line you care about. You got to understand, I already got Hex mapped out. I know exactly where the shit is going. That's why for me, doing max stakes is light work. It's easy. So the premise is that Hex is designed to work in a compounding fashion. So ever so often, it takes the gains previously made and reapplies them back to the system, right? That's typically the premise because it mimics compounding. So what you have is these log base 2 values. Do you know log base 2? It just means a power of value of things 2 to the n. So 2 to the 1 is 2, 2 to the 2 is 4, 2 to the 3 is 8, 2 to the 4 is 16, and so on and so forth. You keep getting these values. And there's this formula in math, or this property in math called logarithmic function. This formula, right? This function is a logarithmic function, and that function lets you know how many times something has done a number of x's in terms of doubling or tripling or quadrupling. Like if you're taking the logarithm of a value, you're trying to find the root of that value or how many times it's done that thing that you're trying to find out. That's really it. Um, so what I've discovered is that Hex is log base 2. So what that means is that the returns in Hex are designed to replicate that
Give
curve.
me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
You good, brother. Alrighty. So what you guys are gonna end up hearing me tell Mayo is that we got 100 and something close to 128x here. Then we got 256x here. And I'm forecasting that the next pump is going to be equivalent of a 512x or so. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. But that's pretty much it. Um, yeah, pretty straightforward stuff here. Nothing that's really, I would think, as out of the realm of possibility, just given what it is that crypto does, right? Because it's literally designed to not stay in its place because it's priced against the dollar. So only one thing that can happen over time is that as long as the dollar keeps going down in value, then these cryptocurrencies or the replication thereof is going to continue to go up in value. And if you pick the right crypto, well, you can rest assured that you're going to probably sitting pretty in the green as far as dollars are concerned, because it is the weakest unit of currency. And it has been for a while. It's just a matter of time before the world catches up. So you want to be prepared for that. You don't want to have to react. You want to do things when you can, not when you have to. So it's very important that people, keep that in mind, because that's how the system works. The system, it doesn't care about what you want when you want it. It just does what it does, and that's pretty much it. So you got to really be clear on that. Um, do not, think that anybody owes you anything, because nobody owes you anything. And do your due diligence, do your homework, understand the nature of the game that you're playing, right? Because that we're playing the game, man. Whether we like to think it as a game or not, you have decisions you got to make if you're trying to win. Um, and if you don't, then you just don't. You don't win. So this is why it's important to know the rules of the game. And it is important to really understand the rules of the game, because otherwise you're not going to play to win. You're just going to be playing. And I don't think that people are just trying to play. I think that most people are trying to play to win. So, try to do that. Try to play to win. Um, Not only because it's important, but because it benefits you in the long term, right? What are you going to do otherwise? Do I see any outcome when the dollar does go up in value? No, not to the point where it adversely affects our position, because the dollar sadly just is at its terminal point. So it can only stay where it is in value or lose value further. It literally cannot really pick itself up. It's just too debased at this point. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, it's not possible at this point. Yeah, the dollar has had its day. So yeah, that's how it's working, man. Um, yeah. I mean, there's a reason I say the things that I say. Now, there's a reason the long term game always wins. Um, you're allowed to think before you make decisions. You don't have to react. You don't have to make emotional decisions. You can just make well thought out decisions, right? And when you make well thought out decisions that aren't you taking brash actions, you don't fuck yourself. What's going on, bro?
Back where we at?
I was just about to walk you through where I get these values from. So, the hex system operates off a log-based 2 function. So what that means is that when we see a number on the screen projected by the system, and it's in line with that value, with those set of parameters, that log-based 2 function, that means that we can rest assured that we can use that as a crush to lean on with respect to future performance. So not only did it happen once when we're seeing this value here at 128, because 128 is 2 to the what? I think it's to the 11th or 12th power, I think. I can't remember. Let me see something. All right. So yeah, 2 to the 7. There you go. So if we got 2 to the 7, that's close to 128, right? 2 to the 7, 128. So the next level up is 256. What do we see? 257. Well, what's the next level up from that? 12, 2 to the 9. So that would give us future price of $54 or so. And I just forecasted time to be just a function of the past two, and that's it. It gave me 954 days projected from the low. It's just random projection. It ain't nothing concrete. We don't know what's actually gonna happen, but this is just my best guess for now, because that's just kind of how Hex is designed to work. So we'll see if that's right over time or not. It'd be cool if I
So,
am.
because I missed you because I was away. Are we looking at the green dotted line here, or
We're looking at the scaling here.
yeah? So,
So you see where this box is.
yep,
The upper right of this box is going to show you on the price chart what the potential price could be at a 512x at some point in the future based
yep,
on previous past price history and how Hex is designed to
yeah.
work.
Insane.
Very. Because it's entirely plausible. That's a fucked up thing, because if it wouldn't have happened just once, if it would have happened just once, okay. But it happened once and twice. Hard to ignore. So you
Yeah, it's
gotta
happened
kind of,
twice already.
yeah, you gotta prepare for the next, because it's gonna be all right. So let's take another look at something, because people don't really get it. Like, they're out here flying blind for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on, people, but they don't really get it, because price is about to get fucking wild. I'll show you why in a second. All those fast stakes have been coming out. They are no more. They're gone. So that means one thing and one thing only. Prepare yourself, because price is about to fly. No doubt about it. We are
So, what do
here.
you think about this? Would the copy not dilute the future performance?
No, same thing. Two times. Two different chains.
Yeah,
All right. Shouldn't matter. So this is now. Typically means nothing. We've already experienced the selling we're going to experience for this month. So unless they're coming harder out of nowhere, where we don't know what they got, we're good for April. And from there on out, good luck, because this is what price is going to do. Yeah, that's what price is going to do, because it's not going to be anything in the way, because the stakes are just getting smaller and further across time until we get to year 10, and then again to year, what is this, 15 or whatever.
15.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, all these things lend themselves to the reality of what's coming. And crypto is just getting started. So, yeah, pretty much how it's going down.
It's insane, really, isn't it? Insane potential.
Yeah, it's very insane.
I'll just,
And people just don't respect it, but they'll figure it out, man. They got no choice.
they don't understand it, or they don't respect
Don't want to understand or don't respect it. Almost one and the same. So, but let me hop, brother, because I've been streaming all day. It's been fun. Let's do it again. But yeah, this is what you have to expect in your future, man. Here in the near term, because that's only going to 2024. So that's just a year and a half away for the most part.
it. Yeah, it's fuck all. Close that.
It's fucking wild, isn't it?
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah. Because it's not. Here's the thing: you got to realize this is entirely plausible.
Fucking insane, man.
hmm
Insane.
Very. Imagine being able to pick up all this hex now at 15, 16 cents.
It's ridiculous. Get where you can while you can, boys and girls, because
That's it.
you're gonna miss out.
That's right.
It's that simple.
It really is. It's not any more complicated than that, brother.
All right.
But yeah, man, freaking party. I hope that gives people enough FOMO for the weekend. Because I
Good job,
mean,
welcome.
you
Appreciate having
can't
me.
you can't really get more FOMOing than that. I mean, it's fucking 15.8 cents right now. What more do you want?
It's fucking insane. If you aren't getting it, you're retarded.
Yo, and don't forget when you buy steak Hex, what do you get? Hedron automatically.
Claim that shit straight away before the bonus runs out.
Yeah,
Do it. Get on
do
it.
it, do it. Get on it.
Bullish for all of us.
Yeah, all these things are just to amp our bags up. Literally, that's all they're
100%.
doing.
100%.
Maximus is doing that. Hedron's doing that. Hopefully, the rest of the ecosystem gets in line and does that too. Because I mean, think about it. Pulse chain, pulse X gains. Where they going? You got to think Hex.
We're going.
Yeah, and you got to think all those gains are gonna slide on over. Where else they gonna go? I don't know. Something to think about.
That's it. That's it.
Huh?
All right.
Because no matter what, you're getting the same APY. Don't forget it. The APY changes with the capacity of the staking, not with the price. And that's what's so gangster.
Thanks
Yes.
to everyone for tuning in. Thanks to Wales for coming on. Steak and apes.
Yeah, shout out to Steak and Apes.
We'll call it quits. It's been 3 hours of good solid effort. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It just happens. This is how these streams end up happening, bro. Because it just happens. You don't try to do 3 hour streams. It just happens. Because there's that much to talk about.
It just goes. It just
Mhm.
flows.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, ladies and gents. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace.
All good. Thank you.